We are live. Excellent. Okay, just going to join the Saturday night chat. Ready. And I'm in. And we've already got Shadow here.
Hey.
How's
it going?
Yeah, it's going pretty well, yeah. How's it going with you?
Going pretty good.
Nice to hear. So yeah, we are live right now, just waiting on people to join. So yeah. Blaze said he'll be here when he's finished rewatching the first Shrek movie. Yeah. Speak with Devil.
Yeah,
you just messaged me now.
I finished the story for Guardians of the Galaxy today.
Oh, did you? Yeah. How was it?
It's pretty good.
I'll try to complete it one day when I have the time to. Got a busy schedule ahead of me, so yeah, I'll find time hopefully to complete it.
Yeah.
But it's a very good game. Definitely way worth your time than crap Avengers, as I call it.
Yep.
Yeah. It's just disappointment, the Avengers game.
Thank God I'm not playing it.
Yeah, I'd recommend not to play it. Yeah, it's just not worth your time, the Avengers game.
I know this. No, it's not worth my time.
Yeah. I mean, did you watch any clips of it, Shadow?
Yeah.
And what do you think based on the clips?
Trash.
Tell me about it. Good Arbin, Thomas. Nice to have you here. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. So yeah. So Shadow, I assume you want to ask things about New York.
Yeah, yeah. How was it?
Yeah, I mean the holiday itself was amazing, but the travelling there to and from there was just horrendous. Travelling was horrendous.
Ugh.
Yeah, because of the flight company really let me and my family down and screwed us over.
Ugh.
Yeah. Like when we were checking in, we had to wait 2.5 hours for check-in.
Oh my God.
Which was just ridiculous. And they also delayed us at the metal detector area as well. We had to run to our flight.
Oh, that is terrible.
I know, right? And last night, the flight back here took ages as well. It took absolutely forever to set off.
Oh.
Like, apparently there's been, like, an issue with the company's flights, but, you know, still, they should have, like, at least had some compromises in case something bad happened, you know? Like, some things to do in case something went horribly wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then again, how's your week been since, the last stream?
That's been pretty good. I've been playing a lot.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Going very well, thank you, Samet. Hope you're all doing well.
I've been playing a lot of Lego Star Wars Complete Saga.
Oh, nice. And also, while I was in New York, I also managed to binge watch the Rocky movies.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I mean, have you not seen them?
Nope.
Yeah, I'd recommend them. It's a pretty good franchise. My favourite role is Sylvester Stallone as well.
I have seen some clips and pretty good.
Yeah.
I know the first Rocky movie won Best Picture at the Oscars.
Yeah, that's my favourite one. The first one from 1976. That's my favourite one. It's had pretty good sequels too, and I also do like the first two Creed movies, which I also saw. In my opinion, Creed 2 has a perfect ending of a franchise, actually, like the entire Rocky franchise. So I'd recommend the Rocky franchise to you, but personally, I did not like Rocky 5.
Oh, I've heard that's the worst one.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty boring, and there's hardly any boxing in it, sadly. Like, I mean, I fell asleep watching Rocky 5 because how boring it was. I fell asleep. I mean, I don't know whether it's because I was genuinely bored or because of jet lag due to flights. I don't know, but yeah, I fell asleep by mistake watching Rocky 5. So yeah, it's a pretty quiet start, isn't it? Not really much people coming to a stream, have there?
That's probably busy.
Yeah, I saw that Ozzy can't make it, and neither can Geeky Crochet either. Barry Keoghan has been cut out of the Batman. Well, wait, how is Barry Keoghan involved? What does he do? What does he do, Thomas, in this movie? What does he do? Is he an actor playing a character, or is he like a crew member? What's he done? for a movie. New York City was great, thank you, Donny. I had a really good time. Apart from the horrendous travelling to and from there, the holiday itself was great. I had a really great time. Also, what's also stupid is we also lost a day because they cancelled the first flight. We had to go the next day. We were supposed to be going on Monday, but the flight got cancelled. We had to go on the flight the following day. So yeah.
That's ridiculous.
So as a result, we had to rush our schedules. But we got plenty of good things done. Like we went to the Empire State Building, we went to Central Park, and we went on a cruise and also on a bus tour as well. And I also as well bought this IMY shirt as well from a gift shop.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. He's playing with Joker, Thomas? Really? That's very interesting. I mean, so far the Joker's not been confirmed yet to be in the movie, exactly, but it'd be interesting to see his take on the character. Or an unseen Arkham prisoner. Okay. Very interesting, isn't it?
I would at least love to see a cameo from the Joker in the Batman movie.
Ah, Patrick's here.
Hey.
Nice to have you here, Patrick. How's it going?
Relatively decent.
Well, yeah, it's nice to have you here on the stream, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm only gonna stick around for a short little while.
Yeah, it's fine, yeah. Patrick, did you see my recent community post that I did?
Don't think I noticed it. Give me a second. Let me check it out.
Well, Patrick, it's going to explain to you why I was going to bed earlier than usual.
All right.
Yeah, because for the past couple of days I've been in New York.
All right.
Yeah. So yeah.
I can see that in the post.
Yeah. Ah, Darth Prime's here. Hello there. So Barry Keoghan's been cut out of a Batman movie, Thomas. Oh dear. Bit of a shame, isn't it? Yeah. I'll probably watch a Batman when I got free time, guys, but because I'm working now, it's hard to find free time, to watch movies at the cinema, I will watch a movie, no doubt. But yeah, I'm hoping I'll find time to, because I'm pretty busy nowadays. So yeah.
Yeah, I've actually pre-ordered my ticket.
Oh, nice one.
I'll be seeing it on March 4th.
Right now, I'm...
Let's so don't delay it for you, like No Way Home, Shadow.
Yeah, but hope not.
So what are you saying, Patrick?
Currently, I'm working on a voice comparison for Megatron.
Another one? Oh, wow.
Yeah. I was also planning on maybe spending the today with my dad, but similar to me a short while ago, he has just caught COVID apparently. So we'll need to wait a little while until that passes over.
Oh no! I hope he gets well soon.
Yeah, I'm not really worried at all because I was able to get through it very easily. So
and is he healthy,
it doesn't
Patrick?
sound like he's worried either.
Is he healthy?
Yeah, from what I know, he's pretty healthy, and he didn't sound worried at all on the phone either.
Well, yeah, let's hope he'll pull through, nice and smoothly with no problems. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, Rex. Yeah, I'm wondering why they're hiding Riddler's face in the marketing for a Batman movie, because it reminds me way too much of Hush.
It's not really gonna be like a huge shock. I mean, we know what the actor looks like. I don't remember his name.
Paul Dano.
Paul Dano, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what it looks like, yeah, because I looked up, pictures of the actors when, I heard their names in the cast, yeah. There was somebody I already knew, but his name didn't ring a bell, so I looked it up, and yeah, that's what I know what he looks like. He was also in a movie by Dennis Villeneuve called Prisoners as well.
He looks a little familiar to me, so I think maybe I've seen him in something before, but I just can't remember what.
Well, I know him from Prisoners. That's what I know him for. I don't know like any other things he's been in, but yeah.
He was also in 12 Years a Slave.
Oh yeah, he was, weren't he? Yeah. Been a while since I've seen him. We've got to rewatch it one day. Because in my opinion, that movie has Chiwetel Ejiofor's best role of all time.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Actually, by the way,
yeah, Patrick.
In my last Megatron voice comparison, there were 2 instances in which the voice actor for Megatron was unknown. Do you remember that?
Well, there probably was several that popped up on your old voice comparison, yeah.
One was for the short-lived web series Transformers Universe in 2008, and the other was for the arcade game in 2018 called Shadows Rising.
Okay.
I actually managed to figure out who voiced him in Transformers Universe from 2008.
And who would that be?
Same guy who voices Optimus.
Ron Hayder.
Ronald Hagen.
That's cool.
And you want to know how I discovered that?
How did you do it?
I asked him.
Really? Did you ask him via like his website or Twitter or something?
I don't actually entirely remember, but yeah, I think it's because I found his website and found his email on there.
Oh, nice. That's really cool.
And I asked him because there was this short Megatron appears in, and the characters are give me a second. The characters that appear in that are Optimus, Bumblebee, Megatron, and what was his name? Cyclonus, I think is how you say his name.
Oh yeah, Galvatron's ally.
Yeah. And the voice cast for that short is officially unknown, but we do know that Ronald Hagen, of course, voiced Optimus in it. So I asked him in an email message sent to him if he knew who voiced the other 3 characters. And he said that he does know for a fact that he voiced Megatron, but he can't remember the other 2.
Okay.
Personally, though, I'm pretty sure those 2 are also Ronald Hagen, as Megatron's voice in that. No, I mean, Bumblebee's voice in that sounds very similar to the Megatron voice, and if that is Ronald Hagen, then I'm pretty sure Bumblebee and probably Cyclonus are also Ronald Hagen.
Well, I'll be sure to update my Cyclonus voice comparison when, you learn who voices Cyclonus, Patrick.
I don't think I'm gonna figure that one out. I'm pretty sure it's just gonna end up probably being Ronald Hagen. I would definitely bet my actual money on that actually being Ronald Hagen, and he just can't remember it because it was too long ago.
The Mund's joined us.
Hey.
Nice to have you, Mund.
Yeah, nice to see you guys. So, episode 60.
Yeah, episode 60. Wow. I've not seen Arcane, Thomas, no. Yeah, but I'm back.
Recommend it.
Wait, have you watched it, Patrick?
Not entirely, but I've seen enough clips of it and enough scenes and enough reviews to know it's pretty damn good.
Well, in that case, I'll probably add it to my potential watch list of things to watch on Netflix.
Plus, it got a 9.1 on IMDb.
How impressive.
It only has 9 episodes so far.
Wow. Yeah, I'm back, Badola. Yeah, I'm back from New York, so yeah. Ain't that cool?
Oh, by the way,
yeah.
Do you know if there's ever gonna be a time where you'll react to my new Transformers Headcanon Voices video?
I'm not sure, Patrick. Kevin Conroy's Cyclonus? Wouldn't be a bad choice. Then again, but I know Patrick wants things behind high, don't you, Patrick?
Not in the latest Headcanon video, but yeah, I think he could still relatively fit in that pretty well.
What about a Cyclonus?
Yeah, I think he could fit that pretty well too.
Yeah. It's pretty stupid how behind the voice actor doesn't even include, the Transformers universe characters, like Megatron and Cyclonus and Bumblebee. It all included Ron Hagen as Optimus.
Eh.
Like, sometimes I think it's a very unreliable website. So Thomas says it's really good. Well, I'll probably add it to a watch list, guys, but yeah. Because I've got, like, a busy schedule of things to watch, yeah? Lots of things to watch with regards to movies and whatever. And, of course, on Netflix, I'm also binge watching The Gotham show. So, yeah.
I find it a bit ironic that Transformers universe was so short-lived, considering that years later we would, of course, get the 2014 game called Transformers Universe, which also ended up being very short-lived due to it being cancelled.
Oh, yeah, the game, yeah. I know they got Peter Cullen and Frank Welker back as Optimus and Megatron, yeah.
Yeah, it was actually going to be a game. If you look up the cast for it, you figure out it was actually a blend of American and British voice actors.
Oh, that's cool.
But of course, that never ended up happening because the game got canned.
Yeah, I believe it got shut down, didn't it? That's a bit of a shame, isn't it? Because, sadly, I can't find any voice clips of Prowl's voice actor, Prowl.
Yeah, the only voice clips of the actors we have are from the trailers,
Yeah,
which
and
only include Optimus, Megatron, and that one Decepticon I don't remember the name
Swindle.
of that was voiced by Steve Blum.
Swindle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aside from those three, though, we don't know what any of the other characters would have sounded like, other than listening to what the voice actors who were cast for them sound like in other projects.
Yeah. You'd cast Mark Hamill as Ratchet, Backdoor. A great choice. Yeah. I mean, it's funny that because he, of course, voiced the Fallen, didn't he, in one of the Transformers Combine Awards shows, which is pretty cool.
And now that I'm thinking of it in my head, he could probably fit that role pretty well.
Yeah, he could. Absolutely. I can imagine his voice pretty well. Gotham's a pretty great show so far. I really like Series 1. I'm going to watch Series 2 pretty soon when I'm not busy. I tried to watch, like, one episode a day based on my schedule, guys, but yeah, pretty busy. I mean, then again, in order to work around my schedule, guys, I did, take some downloaded movies to New York with me to watch, like, because I've binge watched the Rocky movies, so yeah. That was pretty fun to do. So, I mean, Patrick, are you familiar with Rocky?
Well, I know there's sports movies. I know they have Sylvester Stallone in them, and I know they are parodied to death. But other than that, also they have that infamous, memorable theme. But aside from that, I haven't seen them and know nothing about them.
Yeah. When you say memorable theme, do you mean Eye of the Tiger?
I have no idea. It's just, I only know it because I saw that Nostalgia Crave video a while ago, the top 11 F word, movie themes.
Yeah, because Eye of the Tiger, in my opinion, is a very iconic theme song. Alexander's here.
Greetings.
Greetings, Alexander. Nice to hear you. Bloody, it's Thomas's opinion. If he likes Cameron Hammer more as a Joker, let him have his opinion. Don't challenge him. If he likes Cameron as a Joker, let him have his opinion. Don't tell him Heath Ledger's better. It's his opinion. God's sake. So, Alexander, how's your week been?
Well, it's been good actually. Pretty good week. Holidays, a lot of free time, and so everything's been. I was resting from my schoolwork, from my stuff, doing fantastic.
Amazing. Yeah, it's good we had lots of free time.
Yeah, but obviously we have the whole situation right now.
Yeah, of course. So Patrick, so I assume you saw my reaction to the issue 4 comic dub of Darth Vader.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, I assume you enjoyed the reaction.
Yeah.
So, like, what would you say was probably your favorite thing about, my reaction to it?
Not entirely sure. I don't remember it extremely well.
Hmm.
Also, by the way, I also recently just got into a better mood before I came here because Corey Kenshin has finally uploaded again after a 2-month break.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He's one of my favorite Let's Players on YouTube.
Oh, is he a gamer? Okay.
Yeah, he's pretty entertaining, but he has a tendency to take these pretty long breaks. For example, there was a while ago where he actually ended up taking a break that ended up lasting 9 months.
Oh, wow. Well, he must have been needing some time to himself, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, he's kind of similar to me in that he doesn't want to make a YouTube video because he feels obligated to make it. He wants to make a video because he wants to make a video. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I mean that's how I work because I really enjoy, making my videos. It's pretty fun to do.
Yes. I also agree with him in that he says that for some reason you can just feel it when you watch a video that didn't have any passion put into it. You can practically feel it when a video was just made because it was just made and not because the person who made it wanted to make it.
I see. The Batman 2 is in early development, really, but the first movie's not even out yet. Goodness me. Must have been made back to back. Alexander Badorlot's greeting you.
Greetings, McDolan. How are you doing? Hopefully all is well.
Yeah, hopefully it will be all well, yeah. So Patrick, before your father caught COVID, were you able to see him before he got it?
What?
Were you able to see your father before he got COVID recently?
Yeah, I saw him a little while ago when I was last up visiting him.
And did you watch something with him, I assume?
I think that was the last time I saw. Oh yeah, I think I forgot to mention this. Last time we saw the next James Bond movie after Dr. No, which was From Russia with Love.
Oh, nice. That's cool. But also he's doing pretty good. Our Blaze is doing a Shrek quote, is he? Nice. Hello, Jedi Prime. What's up? Nice to see you here. So Patrick, so James Bond is what you're going to be binge watching. So do you have like another franchise you want to binge watch after James Bond?
I have no idea. James Bond wasn't even my recommendation. It was my dad's recommendation.
And you agreed to watch it?
Yeah, mostly because I was kind of interested. I have to admit, so far, only 2 movies in, I don't entirely get what the hype is about. I mean, I get the idea that it probably gets better later in the movies, but so far, the first movie I found to be just kind of, not to have overly much substance over that it was kind of memorable. And the second movie, I so far found more interesting, but I still found it kind of hard to get what was going on. And I just kind of feel like it ended a little abruptly.
I see.
I'm not entirely a fan yet.
Yeah. Well, you'll probably get there eventually.
Yeah, like I said, it's only 2 movies in, and Christ, I don't even remember how many more movies there are after this.
There must be a lot. Yeah, I think there's like more than 20 James Bond movies, so you've got a lot to watch, haven't you?
Yeah, and with my dad catching COVID, it's probably gonna be a little while before we can get to the next one.
So Blaze, he's going to Shrek 2 tomorrow. That's my favourite Shrek movie there. So you'll probably enjoy it, Blaze. You hope the main villain of the Batman 2 with Mr. Freeze. Good choice. But wonder who could play him. Mads Mikkelsen. Great actor. Then again, well, maybe even his brother Lars could play Mr. Freeze, maybe as well.
I'm actually planning on making my next headcanon voices video be a Batman one.
Oh, that's actually pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So,
these headcanon videos, I try to avoid casting actors in roles that they've already played before, just to be a little original.
Yeah, so which actor would you want to cast as Batman if you don't want to cast Kevin Conroy?
Actually don't entirely know how you pronounce his surname, but I would go with the guy who voiced McCree in Overwatch.
That would be Matthew Mercer.
Yeah, that guy.
He wouldn't be a bad choice, actually. He's a very underrated voice actor, in my opinion, Matthew Mercer.
Yeah, he can do surprisingly very more mature voices than the more youthful ones I'm used to hearing from him.
Yeah.
I think he would make a good Batman.
Yeah, he's definitely got a good range. Yeah, Blazer's joined us.
Oh, look at my sis back from New York.
Yeah, yeah, I'm back. I'm back.
How's the Japanese accent?
Yeah, he did good impressions of him, Blaze. Yeah. By the way, Blazer, Bad Dollar just made a comment saying that he really likes your Ninja Gaiden gameplay so far.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 3 videos left of Ninja Gaiden, then I'm starting Horizon.
Yeah. So Patrick, speaking of Mr. Freeze, is there any actors who you'd like to cast as Mr. Freeze?
Oh yeah, I've already written down half a cast for the video so far. And for Mr. Freeze, I would cast Corey Burton.
Corey Burton? Oh, wow.
Basically, just take his Brainiac voice and put it to Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, it could probably work really well, yeah. I'd also probably want Ralph Fiennes to play Mr. Freeze in live action.
Yeah, I'm going to be downloading Shrek 2. Let me just quickly go download it.
Yeah, it's my favourite one, Blaze, we're about to watch, yeah.
What are you doing in my swamp?
Really, Darth fan, you're going to make a Twilight joke about Kristen Stewart? What's up, Patrick?
I think Ralph Fiennes could be a decent choice for Mr. Freeze. Give him the right direction, right script, right makeup. He could probably fit pretty decently, I would say.
Yeah. It's cool that I mentioned Ralph because he, of course, voiced Alfred Pennyworth in the Lego Batman movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about the Joker, Patrick?
Joker. With Joker, I went with an actor that I don't think anyone here would be familiar with, as he hasn't done a ton of work so far. Matthew Watterson. I think is how you pronounce his name.
Matthew Watterson, is it?
Yeah, he was in Hulk, Monsters. God, give me a second. What the heck was the name of that movie again? Give me a second.
Isn't it Where Monsters Dwell?
Monsters Dwell, yeah, that's what it was called. He voiced Nightmare in that movie.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I like how you're looking for actors who haven't really done very much, because you're giving them the chance to shine, aren't you?
Yeah, especially since I don't know, because when I listen to a voice actor and they've just done a ton of work and sometimes just use the same voice for many characters, their voices just end up becoming more bland and kind of generic to me after a while. So therefore, I tend to go with other choices. For example, it's kind of the reason why these days I'm not always the biggest fan of casting Kevin Michael Richardson in so many roles, because to me his voice has just started to sound bland to me, because I've heard it so many times.
Well, he's quite recognisable, yeah. I mean, my personal choice for a live action Joker would be Willem Dafoe.
Oh yeah, of course, he would fit that role like a glove.
Of course he would, yeah. I mean, he's got the laugh, hasn't he? Thanks to a Green Goblin. If he can adapt it to sound like a Joker, he'd nail it. I mean, I can already imagine him with a makeup. I can already imagine him. I mean, there was even some rumours, guys, people making all these, fan posts wanting Jim Carrey to play the Joker, Jim Carrey.
I guess that could work too.
I'd have to probably see it to judge, because I'm more used to being a Riddler when it comes to, playing a Batman villain, but yeah.
Yeah. What were you saying, Alex? Were you saying something?
No, it's irrelevant. We can go into the next point of discussion.
All right.
Wait, did you mean Man-Bat Darth Prime? Man-Bat, Kirk Langstrom, whatever he's called? Does anyone remember the game Batman Arkham Knight where you get a jump scare from Man-Bat as you go down to a rooftop? That used to scare me when I was a kid.
I'm more familiar with the actual Batman jump scare, the part of the game where you briefly play as Gordon, and you're going to where there's those Joker cells, and then you get a taste of how Gordon feels when Batman suddenly appears.
Yeah. Yeah, but Arkham Knight had plenty of jump scares, didn't it? You know, you got Batman, even the Joker when he first appears a hallucination as well, in Ace Chemicals.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you got Man-Bat on the rooftop. Yeah, pretty scary. Like, when I first played the game, I just, got... I think I screamed loudly, guys, in fear. Yeah. Yeah, but they probably already cast for Joker for Matt Reeves' his movies, but yeah. But I wonder who they'll have cast. Hopefully Willem Dafoe. But yeah, we'll see. Blazer just said to me, the Radbrad got scared by my man, but oh wow, the Radbrad. Yeah, I saw a few of his episodes when I was, gameplay when I was younger.
To be perfectly honest, I kind of hope that DC continues to do this thing where they're not doing an outright cinematic universe like what Marvel is doing, and it's just kind of doing their own thing with solo movies.
Yeah, it allows opportunities for, like, many people to play a character, doesn't it?
I honestly hope they just keep going with that.
Yeah, I mean, I am invested in checking out, lots of DC's content because I'm, of course, retired from watching the MCU. So yeah, I'm retired. I mean, Patrick, do you yourself plan to continue watching the MCU's films?
Well, obviously, we'd have to finish watching the James Bond movies first, but after watching those movies, I don't really know. There's still some that we haven't watched yet. I mean, we haven't even seen Black Widow yet. I don't really know. For example, I'm not overly interested in watching Eternals, considering all the crap I've heard about how boring it is. But I do think it's kind of cool that David Kaye is playing the villain in it.
Well, yeah, he's probably like the only thing that I liked about Crap Eternals, as I call it, because I call it Crap Eternals.
Yeah, he was definitely the most interesting character of that movie.
Probably the only thing that I liked about the movie was his character called Arishem the Judge.
Yeah, David Kaye's got an awesome voice.
Yeah, he has. Absolutely. So I'm wondering if you could probably play Man-Bat in live action, guys, in like a movie. It'd be pretty interesting to see who could play Kirk Langstrom. Like, I wonder who could work so well as him, It's quite hard to decide, really. Yeah, Man-Bat took me by surprise as well. The Batverse. Yeah, that probably makes sense, yeah, because this franchise is starting with, the Batman, yeah. But again, well, guys, when it comes to, upcoming DCU stuff, I did hear some news that Henry Cavill might probably return as Superman at one point, probably like a Flash movie or something. I hope that's true.
Really hope that's true.
Because he deserves better, in my opinion, Henry Cavill. He deserves better. Like,
I just hope he gets another movie.
Like, I just really hope how, I just really hate, guys, how there's been always rumors that he's done playing a role when he said something about he's not done playing Superman, Okay, so movie lovers here. Hey, what's up, movie lover? You can only join in the chat wall for this one. Okay. So, okay. Question for you, the movie lover. You know how you said that when it comes to a Godfather trilogy, which contains your two favorite movies of all time, because you said part 3 is just okay, do you reckon it's an unnecessary sequel, or do you reckon it needs to exist? What do you think about the Godfather Part 3? Yeah. So, I mean, Patrick, have you ever chance to watch any DC Extended Universe movies? Like Man of Steel, for example, Man of Steel.
I haven't really watched any of them because, again, like I said, outside of visiting my dad and having our little boys' nights, I really don't watch movies at all outside of that. So I can't really say I have.
Okay. Yeah, I'd recommend to check them out, yeah, when you've got free time. Yeah, they're really good movies. Most of them anyways. So Movie says that Godfather Part 3 does have a reason to exist because it works as an epilogue. Okay. That's pretty cool. Now, speaking of voice acting, Patrick, are you familiar with a voice cast of a movie called Shark Tale?
Oh, God, yes. It's mostly because of I briefly saw it one time as a kid, and also mostly because of the nostalgia critic that I know of it.
And let me guess, does he hate a movie?
Oh, and Kagigaris as well, a guy who reviews video games as well. He reviewed the video game for it at one time. I also know the movie because of that. But yeah, neither Kagigaris or the nostalgia critic seem to like this movie.
And what do you think of it based on what you've seen of it, Patrick?
I don't know. I was pretty young when I saw it, but looking back on it now, I have to admit the character designs for some of these characters look ugly to me. Just ugly.
Yeah, like I think it's pretty weird and creepy how the main character Oscar literally has the face of Will Smith, his voice actor. Oh my god!
Oof.
Like, why do the fish look so human in the movie? Like that's sort of
It's creepy.
yeah, and Angelina Jolie's character as well.
Trust me, if you think that looks ugly, think of how it looks in the video game with the poor graphics.
I imagine because it's quite an old game, it might not be very good for today's standards. The graphics.
I'm saying it looks uglier than the movie.
Oh wow. Much worse. I'll probably find like a clip of it to check out, Patrick, and yeah. And I will say though, Patrick, that even though I don't like the movie, I did, however, like Robert De Niro's voice work as the shark himself. You know, the lead shark.
Yeah, I also know the movie for one other thing, is that it had well, I'm familiar with this
Yeah, that's it, Blaze.
old show called Columbo recently. The actor who played the main character in that, well, his name was Peter Falk. And this movie actually features his last voice performance before he died.
Oh wow! So an actor from Columbo was in Shark Tale, was he?
Yeah, the guy who played the main character of Columbo in Columbo.
Oh wow! Which character did he play in Shark Tale?
He played one of the background shark mob bosses, I think, if I remember correctly.
Oh wow! So alongside, Robert De Niro and Martin Scorsese, that's pretty awesome. How they got those two and this guy from Columbo. That's pretty cool. And
Yeah,
so
although I would say it's not a great way to end your voice acting career on this movie.
yeah, considering getting negative reviews, yeah. Alexander, have you seen Shark Tale by DreamWorks?
I have, I believe.
And
Not fully, but most of it.
And based on what you've seen, what's your opinion on it?
It was fine. I enjoyed it.
And have you got a personal favorite character in the movie? Because mine is Robert De Niro's character.
I do not remember the characters all that well, personally. I remember some of them, but I don't remember all of them. And the ones that I do remember was not the biggest fan of.
Yeah. So movie lover, while you said that you don't like Shark Tale, have you got a favorite character in my movie as well? Because my favorite is Robert De Niro's character. But of course, I do prefer Robert De Niro way more in his work he's done with Martin Scorsese in his collaboration with it, and also in the Joker movie from 2019. So Patrick, when it comes to Danish actors, have you got a favorite actor from Denmark? Is it Mikkelsen brothers?
Currently, this one's more my default favorite because I really don't pay much attention to Danish actors because I'm more a Danish guy who looks at more American and English-speaking stuff than stuff from my own country. But he's pretty much just my favorite by default. That would be Lars Mikkelsen, just because of his performance as Thrawn.
Absolutely, yeah, that's probably his best role for me.
I pray to God that when they eventually do Thrawn in live action at some point, I hope they get him to play him.
Yeah, I think he's rumored to be in the Ahsoka show, actually, as Thrawn in live action.
And he definitely looks the part in real life. Just give him some blue makeup, some red contact lenses.
Absolutely.
I think he would be great.
Absolutely.
Blaze, would you mind going into the general chat for a bit? I need to say something to you. I don't know if he hears me.
He says,
okay.
he says in a bit.
Okay.
Oh, Shannon's writing something in the no mic chat.
I don't know if she's saying she'll be here or not, but she might probably be saying that she's busy or something. We'll see.
Oh, I don't know. It just says she's typing something right now.
Yeah. Yeah, same here, Movie. My favourite character in Shark Tale was Robert De Niro's character, but I, of course, prefer him way more in the collaboration with Martin Scorsese and in the Joker movie. Like, it's hard for me to say my favourite role of Robert De Niro. It's probably his role in Goodfellas, actually, guys. But yeah. So now, Patrick, are you familiar with a director called Quentin Tarantino?
Oh yes, I'm very familiar with him from a lot of stuff.
So based on the movies you've seen of him, who would you say is your favourite collaborator with him in terms of actors who work with him?
It's kind of hard. I haven't really seen any of his movies, so really I just kind of have to go with my default favorite actor. I've noticed this in a few of his movies, and that would be the man himself, Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh yeah, same goes for me. Yeah, like Samuel L. Jackson's in my list of my favorite actors of all time.
Also, Shannon is done writing now, so you can see her message in no mic chat.
Yeah, I saw it. She says that she's loading up her laptop to join us, her PC. Well, I'll be looking forward to speaking to her. Yeah, it'll be really fun.
Also, by the way, speaking of Shannon, just reminded me, I'm actually soon planning on, after I'm done with the Megatron voice comparison, I'm planning on potentially soon beginning to do all the recording of the voice acting for issue 5 of Darth Vader.
Very nice. Amazing.
Still just have to figure out whose lines I'm going to record first. Monty's lines or Sean Chiplock's lines, because they're supposed to be speaking in sync. So I'm still trying to figure out which one's better to start with.
Yeah, it is really cool how you're working with Sean Chiplock. Yeah, considering he's been in lots of big things as a voice actor, like in Mortal Kombat 11.
Yeah, I just don't hope it. I just hope it doesn't end up like with Jake Hart, where after a while of not talking to him and just trying to talk to him again, he suddenly stops responding. Most likely because he's too busy. Let's hope the same thing doesn't happen with Sean Chiplock. I hope he'll respond when I send him another email message.
Okay, Alexander, you're going to type in the general chat to Blaze, then?
No, I was saying to go into the general voice chat, and I meant.
Okay. So, Blaze, are you going to join Alexander in the general chat, then?
I am thinking of potentially getting Monty to record his lines first, as Sean Chiplock has done anime dubbing. So I think he should be able to dub his lines to match with Monty's potentially.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and Monty is, of course, he's the main guy into, Darth Vader, so yeah. Oh, come in. So, yeah. So, it makes sense for you to let him do the voice work first, out of the actors, because he's the star, isn't he?
Plus, this will also be the first time I will try to hire, Bill Murray to voice Tarkin.
Very nice.
Do you remember that back when I talked about who to hire to voice Tarkin in the series? Ultimately, it was down to the price that led to me choosing Bill Murray.
Mm-hmm.
The guy charges surprisingly little for voice acting. It's not too high of a price I have to pay. Plus, Tarkin only has a few lines in issue 5, and it's not until issue 13 that he appears again.
Oh, wow. So it won't be much work for him, will it?
Yeah.
Only be a brief work, yeah. That's definitely worked well. So Alexander, how is work going on your Grievous fan film you're doing?
Oh, it's fantastic. All is going well.
Do you have any idea when it's going to be completed, your fan film?
Very soon.
Well, I'll be looking forward to watching it because, because I'm really wanting to, see what people think of it,
Yes, hopefully they will enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. And on my schedule, I'll post a review of it as well.
Wonderful, thank you.
By the way, I actually forgot to mention something, Luke.
Oh, yeah, what's that?
Remember how earlier we talked about Arcane?
Yeah, the show. What about it?
Just remembered, I actually have seen it because there's a reactor that I watch occasionally called the Flaming Shark. He has recently reacted to the first 3 episodes. I'm still waiting for him to react to the following 6. And he doesn't do any of that cutting, so you can pretty much see the whole episode in his reaction video. So I have seen the full first 3 episodes. I do know roughly what happens in the other 6 episodes, but I haven't fully seen them yet. I plan on watching them as his reaction videos of them are released.
Okay. Well, yeah, you'll probably get a chance to watch the rest of the first season when this reactor's done reactions to the rest of the series.
Trust me, Luke. They are worth checking out because it's really freaking good.
Yeah, I'll probably give it a watch. Yeah, when I'm free, of course, because I'm pretty busy nowadays. Because I don't know if you know, Patrick, but I've got like a new job now as a teacher. Isn't in a new job, so yeah.
It also won't be extremely long before I'll need to get a job too, because as some here may remember having heard me saying, this year is actually my last year of going to school. As when summer vacation comes around, then I'm pretty much completely done with going to school. Then afterwards, I'm pretty sure it's time to get an actual job.
Yeah, and of course you've got to provide for yourself because you live in your own apartment, don't you, Patrick?
Yeah, of course I have a loving family that will help me out and figure out how that'll work when that time comes.
Yeah, of course. So yeah, it's good we're here to help you. Hello, Connor. I'm doing very well, thank you. I hope you're all doing well. Yes, I definitely enjoyed New York. It was really amazing. Apart from the journey, because the journey, in my opinion, was horrendous. Very terrible service, actually. I mean, Alexander, did I tell you, the details of how bad the service was getting to New York and back?
Service, I don't know. I know that you told me about the transportation and problems with that and stuff.
Yeah, and I had to wait at a checkup for 2.5 hours, guys. And I had to also run to a plane because they screwed us and made us so late. And yeah. Also, they cancelled our hotel reservation and we had to do it again from scratch when we got to a hotel, so that was very annoying. Yeah, I'm sure it's good animation because, lots of new shows tend to have really good animation nowadays. I've noticed that with Disney's newest movies like, Luca, Where Mouse Dragon and Encanto, they have great animation, don't they? But yeah, I think my favorite anime movie of last year so far, guys, would actually Raya and the Last Dragon.
Yeah, same goes for me.
Yeah, very beautiful movie.
Yeah, I enjoyed that movie way better than Encanto.
Yeah. Oh, Sharon's joined us.
Hey, Sharon.
Hey, Sharon.
Hi.
Hello, Sharon.
Evening.
So you were flying into New York while I was driving away from New York.
Yeah, it would appear so, yeah. I'm back home now, as you can probably tell, Sharon. Yeah. But yeah, it was a really nice time, yeah. I had a very nice time, yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, by the way, Shannon, I am thinking of pretty soon beginning to record the voice acting for issue 5 of Darth Vader. Although it's unlikely you're going to be in this one because I can't think of any characters in issue 5 that'll need your voice, so...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Mira is dead at that point because the city goes boom. I don't know of any other characters in the following issues.
Well, of course, I am thinking of casting you as Jocasta Noon when she eventually appears in the series. But, issue 5, I can't think of any characters that I would want you to voice or need a voice for. Maybe if I end up having, like, a short little flashback to Anakin's mom or something. I'm not quite sure about that. Maybe. That's really only a maybe.
Yeah, well, you know where to find me, and I love Jocasta Nu. Any librarian that can take out Darth Maul is got my thumbs up.
Movie Lover says he always wants to go to New York. Well, I'd recommend it, Movie Lover. It's got lots of great places to visit, you know, and great restaurants as well to go check out. So yeah. Oh, that's cool. He went to Washington as well as New York. Yeah,
I'll be right back.
What's up, Alexander?
I'm saying I'll be right back.
No worries. No worries.
If Blaze shows up, tell him that I'll be back soon.
Okay.
And then I'll go into the general chat.
All right. No worries. Yeah, Movie Love Encanto. I don't understand why people think it's the best movie of last year because, you know, like, I mean, sure, it may be a good movie, but is it really the best movie ever? Nah. I mean, I don't like, for one thing, how there's no villain in the movie. It's like focused on that house, isn't it, and those powers, and, you know, and one of the characters called Bruno's hardly in the movie, despite having a song named after him, you know? Do I like Tarantino? Of course I like Tarantino. He's one of my favorite directors of all time. Quentin Tarantino. Amazing director. My favorite work is Pulp Fiction. Really, Donnie? So, you think The New Mutants is it your second worst movie you've ever seen? So, what's in first place? Didn't you say it was one of the Home Alone sequels? I mean, I can't say I blame you if you picked one of those.
Hey,
you okay, Patrick?
I just want to say something to X-Blaze. I'm
He's
not really sure about that X-Blaze. I don't have any projects right now that has Ultron in it. But if I ever do, I'll think of you.
Okay.
It's a question he asked me in the DM, so that's why you can't see it in the no mic chat.
Yeah, I can see it you know, I see that he's pinged him in no mic chat, yeah. Oh yeah, Connor, what do you think of Hobbit trilogy? Because I personally, you know, like it. May not be perfect, but I still like the trilogy. I don't understand why it gets so much hate, the Hobbit trilogy.
Yeah, it's an underrated trilogy.
Yeah. Although, guys, I will say, right, if I was to do, like, a top 10 list of, like, the most underrated movies of all time, I'd probably say that my number one place for underrated movies is probably Star Wars prequels.
Yeah. I don't understand the hate for those films.
Yeah.
In my personal opinion, I don't really like Attack of the Clones. I think Phantom Menace is okay, and I really like Revenge of the Sith.
Okay. Well, yeah. I've never, like, you know, disliked Attack of the Clones at all. I'm one of those people, guys, who's actually loved it from the very beginning. You know, I love all three movies of the trilogy. I don't understand why they'd, you know, get, you know, all the negativity that people have had, you know, all these prequel haters out there, you know? But yeah.
Actually, I don't entirely remember if this is entirely true, so you'll probably have to look it up just to be sure. But I've heard that Attack of the Clones was the first movie to be entirely shot digitally and not on film.
I see. I'd have to check it out. Yeah, Mr. Mojo. There's tons of movies I refuse to watch, but I'm not gonna say what because we'll be here all day. Blue D, trauma's not a character; it's just generational trauma. I'm talking about like a character. There's no character villain in Encanto. And yeah, misleading because we thought Bruno was going to be villain because of the whole we don't talk about Bruno thing, but apparently not. Nice ranking, movie lover. I see your favourite is Mitchell's versus the Machines. I intend to watch that one day, that Netflix movie. I think it's by Sony, isn't it? Alexander.
Yes, it is me. My name is Alexander, yes.
Because you are a die-hard fan of Attack of the Clones.
Yes.
Can you please confirm to myself and Patrick if it's true that Attack of the Clones is the first movie to be made? Is it digitally, Patrick?
I said, I'm not entirely certain about this, so take this with a pinch of salt.
Digital, yeah.
I think I heard that this was the first movie to be entirely shot digitally and not on film.
Look, that's the one thing that I've heard a lot about, and I think that's true, but I haven't entirely researched that because I haven't gotten to researching the difference between film and digital, because so I'll have to go more into that. I've heard about that, but to know, I really need to know what it is first of all. And as funny as it sounds, unfortunately, it has not come to my attention the major difference between a movie being shot on digital or on film. So I'll have to research more of that before I can give you an answer. But I think Patrick's telling us the truth. I think I heard that too.
So I am.
That's cool.
The truth. The real question is just whether or not I'm correctly informed or not.
No, of course I'm not saying you're lying. What I meant by telling the truth is more of a figure.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, I can see it would be so much easier to do it digitally because then to integrate it into the CGI scenes, it's just a natural transition. There's no conversion required.
Yeah.
So I also think it's cheaper to shoot it digitally.
Trilogy is so much of it was CGI. I kind of miss that whole live action on set, on location stuff. When you have entire scenes that were just, put together in a room full of computer cubicles.
I also think it's because shooting films digitally is more cheap than shooting it on film.
When it comes to the prequels, Alexander, you may be happy to know this, right? But the thing is, if I do a series called Underrated Movies, I'd say that the prequel trilogy is the most underrated movies of all time.
I agree with you, although I think slowly but surely people are enjoying them more nowadays, these days,
Like, I don't understand why we get hate, they don't deserve it. And also, Alexander, guys, thanks to behind-the-scenes footage Alexander showed me, it's made me realise that the prequels have timeless CGI. Like, let me give you an example of timeless CGI, guys, because in the scene where Dexter hugs Obi-Wan Kenobi at the diner, gives him a hug when he greets him?
Yeah.
Well, as a fun fact, guys, the hood of Obi-Wan Kenobi's cloak is CGI when he hugs him. Yeah, I never knew that. I'd never have guessed it was CGI at all. I never knew it was CGI until Alexander confirmed it to me.
I also kind of feel like it's kind of garbage when people say there's too much CGI in Phantom Menace, when literally there are tons of practical effects.
Exactly.
And there are far less in Marvel movies. Let me point out, Endgame has far less digital effects, but for some reason people never bring that up. And it's strange to me because I feel like they're being unfair in their criticism. And I don't like it when people are unfair in their criticism. I think they're trying to make a point when the point is not actually there. That's the problem.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I'm not one of those people who think the prequels are like flawlessly great. Like, for example, even I will admit the CGI in Attack of the Clones, in my opinion, is not always that good, but at least I don't think it's terrible.
Yeah, it's not terrible at all.
I personally disagree a bit with you, Patrick, because I think the CGI is great. For me, at least, it works perfectly. Obviously, I understand your point.
Now,
I personally don't have a problem with CGI.
and I've got another example as well, guys, of like another scene which is also computer generated, which Alexander confirmed to me, right? You know, in Avengers Sith, when Obi-Wan and Anakin are dueling Count Dooku on Invisible Hand.
Yeah.
Well, you know, in the scene where Dooku force pushes Obi-Wan to the ground, before then dueling Anakin.
Yes.
I'm talking about before he gets crushed by that thing, the surface that crushes. This is long before that. The shot.
Yeah, before he attacked the super battle droids, the first force push.
Yeah.
At the start of the duel.
Yeah, the first force push before he takes down super battle droids. The shot of Obi-Wan Kenobi in that scene is completely CGI. It's not Ewan McGregor or stunt double. It's actually completely CGI. I never knew that until Alexander confirmed it to me.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. And also, guys, when I was a kid, I'd never even guessed that C-3PO was CGI in the droid factory scene as well, when he's being flung around on that droid.
Okay, that one, I will personally admit, I could tell that one was CGI pretty easily, but it's good CGI. I will.
Well, I
give it
didn't
that.
know when I was a kid at all. The worst movie of 2021
okay,
for me.
Granted, I didn't see them as a kid either, so.
The worst movie I've seen from 2021 would have to be Crap Eternals. I hate that movie very much. So boring and, pointless. So yeah, and I don't know what Alexander's worst movie of last year is. Have you got a worst movie of last year, Alexander?
Worst movie of last year.
For you, yes.
Let me think. Worst movie of 2020, 21.
Yeah.
2021, 2021, 2021. Okay, I know we'll okay, I'm not gonna say it. I know which one I'm thinking of right now, but yeah, I'm not gonna say it.
I don't have one because
Why
I
not?
barely watch movies at all.
Well, I think it's, for now at least, I think it's a little too controversial of an opinion. I mean, I know all of you will respect it, and I appreciate that, but I don't. I don't want any kind of reactions like.
No, we're not going to do that. Just tell us.
Because
just
this
tell us,
whole
and we'll.
thing is completely public, and everyone on YouTube can hear this.
No, of course, I know the public I don't react to. I just, it's just, okay, I'm gonna say, I'm even though I really enjoyed the movie, actually, when you ask worst of that year, 2021 for me had most of the movies that I watched, I actually really enjoyed quite a fair bit. So out of all of those, for me, No Way Home is my least favorite.
Okay.
Can't actually remember if I've seen that one before.
It's the newest one, Patrick. The newest one.
Okay, yeah, then I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet either. I keep saying we're gonna go, and then we don't.
Yeah, so I'd recommend No Way Home to Sharon. Yeah. And Alexander.
I definitely want to get there.
Yeah, and Alexander gave it 7 out of 10 as well. So yes, he doesn't even give it a very low score, guys, but it's still his least favorite,
So is it just kind of because it's your least favorite by default compared to the others you've seen?
Yes, compared to the others, yes.
I've not seen the Uncharted movie. I intend to watch it once I've played all the games, because I want to get to know the characters of Nathan Drake and the others really well, before I watch a movie. I just need to familiarize myself with the setting and the characters and the story and the lore of Uncharted,
I actually first became aware of that movie because Jacksepticeye made a video where he played Uncharted with Tom Holland.
Yeah, he did, yeah. It's pretty cool that he did that after he played, of course, the Deadpool game with Ryan Reynolds.
That's how I found out that there was an Uncharted movie in the first place, because I hadn't heard of it before that video got uploaded.
I'll probably see Uncharted when it comes out on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
I'm not watching the Lightyear movie, so I'm not watching the trailers for it. So yeah. When there's a movie I'm not wanting to watch, I'm not going to watch the trailers for it, guys. I mean, guys, I've not watched the Doctor Strange in Multiverse of Madness trailer, so yeah. because I'm MCU retired.
Of course, understandable.
Yeah, because I'm MCU retired. Yes, I do like Star-Lord. He's pretty fun to watch in the MCU played by Chris Pratt, yeah. And I'd also like him in Earth's Mightiest Heroes or show, and also in the Guardians of the Galaxy game as well. Fandom conflict, well, I guess there's probably some fans who prefer Justice League, I don't know. That's tough. I like both Deadpool and Blade. That's really tough, because I think they're both great characters in Marvel.
So, I have to admit, I haven't really watched Book of Boba Fett, but even I managed to hear about the whole Cad Bane in live action. That, and I've watched those clips, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, they actually did it.
Indeed, yeah, they actually got the man himself, Corey Burns, surprised as well.
Yeah, and you know what's really cool? I actually distinctly remember another Saturday chat like this where I actually said that if I wanted to see Cad Bane in live action, I would want them to do it with a stunt man, then a CGI face, and Corey Burton dubbing it.
And it
as
happened.
far as I can tell, that's exactly what they did.
Wow. So you wish came true?
I very much doubt they got the idea from me. I very much doubt that, but
you wish came true?
I will say it's kind of cool that I almost predicted exactly how they would do it. I do have a suspicion that maybe the mouth is real, just with makeup, and the eyes are just CGI. I can't entirely tell.
Possibly. I think the eyes could probably be CGI, I think, and the mouth as well. I don't know. It could just be makeup, because, some creatures in Star Wars have been made by makeup,
Yeah. I also kind of like that they had Corey Burton do a deeper voice because, this is a long time after the Clone Wars.
He's older. I think it's probably because he's older.
And so it would make sense that his voice is a bit older now.
Yeah. Really, Thomas?
Got it.
Of course he has, yeah, great voice actor. The Guardians of the Galaxy game is amazing. I love the game very much. Better than the Avengers game. Really, Thomas Zurg looks like a Transformer. Thank God I didn't watch a trailer.
Yeah, the second trailer was very cringe, to be honest with you.
What, for Lightyear? Oh, God.
Yeah.
Thank God I didn't watch it. Yeah.
I'm probably gonna watch that movie at some point.
I'm definitely skipping the Lightyear movie.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I'm not interested in it because they recast Buzz Lightyear. So yeah, not interested. As soon as I heard they recast Buzz, I was just done.
Yeah, Tim Allen will always be Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, my favorite role of him as well. Yeah, live action wise, I might probably check out his role in the Santa Claus movies. I mean, I know movie lover would only recommend to watch the first movie, wouldn't you, movie lover, when it comes to the Santa Claus? Because I know you don't like the sequels, do you?
I don't like the sequels either.
Ah, so he's not alone.
I haven't seen any of them.
Yeah, well, I recommend watching only the first one, but the second one is but the third one, that one is awful.
Earthspark? What do you mean by Earthspark? Is it a new Transformers show?
Yeah, by the way, when it comes to the fifth issue of Darth Vader, there is likely a good chance that one will have an original soundtrack. Because I now have my friend Eli Botter, who's a pretty good composer. He doesn't charge a ton. He is down for commissions right now because of some trouble. But then again, considering how long these comic dubs take to make, he will probably be available by the time I have it ready to have a soundtrack, whenever that will end up being.
I see. Yeah, the music in it has been great so far, yeah. Donnie, that's a pretty weird question. Hello, Ryan. Doing very well, thank you. Hope you're doing well. Oh, Darth Prime, please don't do that with the Infinity and Beyond quote. Don't turn into Infinity and Assemble. Oh my god. So, movie lovers, when it comes to movies, you'll also be pleased to know that I finally got around to binge watching the Rocky movies as well this week. So, yeah, and my ranking is the same as yours, actually. So, tell me, movie lover, who is your favourite villain of the Rocky franchise? Because for me, I really like Clubber Lang and Drago. So, yeah. So, yeah. So, Sharon, do you like the Rocky franchise?
Not really my kind of thing, but I mean, I did see the original when it came out, and that was enough because, like I said, it's not my kind of thing. But I think it's wonderful that it's coming back around, and Stallone is, playing a character that's his own age. They're not trying to, be 60-something-year-old guys pretending to be 20-something. Which is kind of a chronic problem with actors. Because in our brain, we're not nearly as old as we think we are to everybody else.
I mean, like, for example, I'm only 20, and some people seem to end up guessing I'm 30 just based on my voice sometimes.
Well, sure. I mean, I can remember when my son was in his teens, because he's got a very bass voice, people assumed he was 30 or 40 years old.
Oh, wow.
That actually reminds me of something. You all here know Monty, right?
Yeah, Monty, one of your frequent collaborators, and your Darth Vader voice.
Oh, there's kind of an embarrassing little thing that happened when he and I first started working together back in 2019. So I have this thing, right, where I ask people how old they think I am based on my voice. And when he and I first started chatting about the job to voice Vader and Palpatine, I asked him how old he thought I was. I don't remember how old he guessed. I think it was 30. But so he asked me back to guess how old he thought he was. Like, he's only in his 40s, right? I think I ended up guessing 50 or 60.
Right,
So
whoa.
I kind of
Hold
made
on a
him
second.
feel pretty old with that one.
Yeah. Right, Georgie, come on, right? If Mule doesn't want to watch Creed 3, it's his opinion. He's got right to his own opinion. If he doesn't want to watch Creed 3, it's his opinion. If you got a problem with how he's not watching it, then you can start off. Goodness me.
By the way, Shannon.
Honestly, right, some people are so disrespectful, you shouldn't disrespect Mule's opinion like that.
How do you think the Darth Vader series has gone so far? Like, kind of improved in quality and stuff?
Hi, Liv. Nice to see you here.
Because the quality that you put out, Patrick, is so wonderful and so cinematic. Any improvement is so picky that you would notice it, but I don't think someone like me, just looking at it to view it, is going to really spot too much. I mean, your work is just gorgeous. I can't even think of how you would improve it.
Yeah, like, for example, all the music so far in this series have not been original. It's stuff I've gotten from other pieces of media, but again, that's likely going to change with issue 5 thanks to Eli.
Oh, that's cool.
Because he is a original composer, so he's pretty decent and he doesn't charge much. And I've managed to build a pretty good friendship with him, so there's a good chance he and I will be able to come up with an original soundtrack for issue 5.
Nice.
Oh God, Armie Hammer's in on Nile. Well, I'm definitely not watching it now because I hate Armie Hammer. My favourite of the Hobbit trilogy is the first one, Unexpected Journey. Beautiful movie. I don't know why it gets the hate. Because like the Star Wars prequels, I consider the Hobbit trilogy the underrated trilogy. Because I don't think it deserves the hate it gets from, haters out there who are going on saying it's one of the worst movies of all time. I mean, trust me, guys. The Star Wars sequel trilogy made me appreciate the Hobbit trilogy a lot more. Go on, Patrick.
By the way, Shannon, I'm actually kind of curious. Do you have any particular plans for anything to upload to your channel?
Most of the things that are on my channel are, playlist links to other people's work that I'm in. So, let's see. I'm not really sure status of a lot of stuff that would be YouTube. I know that is Tuesday the 1st, there's going to be a new episode of the podcast Madison on the Air being released, and that's an episode of The Green Hornet, and I'm the voice of Casey, Britt Reed's secretary, in that episode. And I just kind of sit back and wait for somebody to send a link saying, it's live, it's up. I was like, was I in that? Let me go look. But I do have some big news, because I'm not sure if you're familiar with a company called The Last Prophecy Gaming. They are doing a fan fiction trilogy following episode 9. So, at the end of, was it Rise of Skywalker that we ended with?
Yeah.
Force Awakens, Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker. So this trilogy follows that. And I am going to be the voice of the lead villain.
Oh, that's very exciting. Congrats.
Interesting.
So, yes.
Hope it all goes well, Sharon.
My character gets possessed by the Sith spirit of Palpatine.
Wow.
So that's going to be, we start production on that sometime next month.
Oh.
By the way, Shannon, I just noticed something.
Yes.
I just looked at your channel, and I noticed on the thumbnails of some of your voice demos that you actually got a middle name.
Yes.
Sing
and it's not that far from your first name. It's Patricia.
Patricia. Lovely name. Very nice name.
That was my father's choice, because that was a family name on his side. So I actually have several cousins named Patricia. At which point my mom put her foot down and said, keep the middle name, but we're going with Sharon for the first.
Wow. Let's see some. Oh God, TJ Miller's in Gravity Falls. Well, I'm not watching that because I hate TJ Miller. Thomas, if you want to look at Armie Hammer, is check out his Wikipedia page. It'll tell you everything you need to know about why I hate Armie Hammer. Oh yeah. Yeah, Connor, I wish you didn't waste Smog, yeah. Oh, Jackson Storm. Oh God, he was such an annoying character in Cars for you. Didn't like that character at all.
Tell me about it.
Like, doesn't even help that Armie Hammer voiced him in that. Doesn't even help that Armie Hammer voiced him, because I can't stand Armie Hammer.
I can't either.
And yeah, and separate from him, the character Jackson Storm is just so annoying. Such a weak, pathetic villain.
Yeah.
He's just Lightning McQueen knockoff.
But is he better than the villains in Cars 2?
That's hard to say, really, because they're also annoying, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, Connor, he's definitely forgettable. Just like...
When it comes to the Cars movies, I actually admit I actually do like the first and third movie. Not a big fan of the second movie, though.
That's great to hear, because my opinion is exactly the same as yours, Patrick. But the thing is, I despise the second movie. I really hate it.
Me too.
Like, it's not like a case of, just not being a big fan of it. Like your opinion. My opinion is like where I really, really just hate it. Daniel's here.
Yeah, I just arrived here. What are we talking about?
We're talking about the Cars movies, actually. by Pixar.
So, if I had to guess, were you guys just talking about Cars 2?
We just were, yeah, actually.
Basically, I mentioned that I really liked the first and the third movie, but not a big fan of the second movie.
I have a story to say about Cars 2 and why I refuse to hate it. When I went on this canoeing trip to Louisiana and I had spent 4 days out on the bayou, a young man by the name of Evan Murray, who's about 3 years younger than me, recited the entire plot of Cars 2 while we were out in the lake down by the lazy river. So we were all just floating. Our canoes were right next to us, and Evan recited the entire movie plot of Cars 2 under the span of about an hour. And we were all just laughing our asses off because he did a perfect intimidation of Owen Wilson and Larry the Cable Guy. And not to mention that it was me, which means that was double knife stabbed in the back. But I will always remember Cars 2 from that experience alone and why I refuse to hate that movie. Refuse to.
Okay, because you have fond memories, don't you, you know? Yeah.
I have very fond memories of it.
Yeah. Okay, so you saw Lightning McQueen at the NASCAR Hall of Fame, Sharon. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It was just so funny. I turned the corner and there he was.
Oh, wow, yeah. That's definitely my favorite role of Owen Wilson. So, yeah. The Planes spin-off movies. Well, the thing is for Jesse Nangle, when it comes to Planes movies, I'm not sure if they're in the same universe because they're not made by Pixar. Those movies are made by a company called Disney Toon. So it's making me wonder if they're part of the same universe or not. It's quite confusing, really.
I'll just say this, the same animation. That's probably the closest you're going to possibly get to any sort of connection.
Yeah, there's no connection in those movies, so it's its own thing.
Yeah.
Correct. There's no connection to those movies at all. All I'm saying is that they have very similar animation.
So no Cars character make a cameo appearance, and there's also no references to a trilogy.
No, but you do have the same animation, and you have characters that look exactly like the characters from Cars.
Only the planes. Only the planes.
Well, yeah, and Cars too.
Yeah, because there's a plane in Cars too, isn't there?
Yep.
Yeah, passenger jet. Movie Lover says that nobody likes the second movie. Okay. I definitely don't like it. Yeah, Patrick.
You know who they got to voice that jet in Cars 2?
I think I do remember quite, the cast of that movie. Let me just try and remember it, Patrick. I think it was I'm trying to remember who it was, at the back of my head. This jet, right? Wasn't it like oh, I'm trying to find it right now. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Definitely a case where it feels
Wasn't
like
it Jason Isaacs? Was it Jason Isaacs?
Yep, it was Jason Isaacs.
Wow, I can't believe they wasted his talents on that small role. Goodness me.
Yep. By the way, I actually recently just found out something I think is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So you know Transformers Armada, right?
Yeah, the old 2002 cartoon. Alright, take care, movie lover.
It was made originally in Japan, so it was dubbed over into English over in Canada. What I discovered is pretty cool is that there are actually 3 voice actors in that show that actually have a connection. So Starscream, Red Alert, and Sideways are 3 characters that's in that. And you want to know what's cool about them in the English version?
Aren't they voiced by 3 brothers?
Yep, they are. Michael Dobson, Brian Dobson, and Paul Dobson.
Yeah, I do know those 3 actors. Yeah, the brothers, aren't they? That's pretty cool.
I think that's pretty cool that they were all in the same show together. I think there's
Yeah,
something else they've all 3 been in together, but I don't remember what that was.
They've done, quite a bit. I know that Paul Dobson voiced Beta Ray Bill in Earth Mightiest Heroes, didn't he?
No, Paul Dobson voiced Beta Ray Bill in the Planet Hulk movie.
Oh, really? Who voiced him in, was it Steve Blum in Earth Mightiest Heroes?
Yes, that was Steve Blum.
Yeah, I know Steve Blum's voiced him several times, yeah. But yeah, I think I like Paul Dobson more, to be honest, or maybe Steve Blum. It's hard to say, really, because I think both really good as them, really.
Yeah, but it's unlikely that we're going to see Paul in that role again, unless whatever he appears in next is Canada-based. Because we don't really tend to see actors over in Canada appear in American productions all that much.
Yeah.
I think it's because of union stuff and stuff like that.
Probably.
Possibly, yeah.
There's a hard enough situation because more and more companies are filming in Canada because, the whole, as you say, the union thing. It's much less expensive to film in Canada. That's why most of the programs on the CW are filmed in Canada. You will get Canadian actors migrating down to Hollywood and New York, but you don't see a lot the other way around.
Let's see. So Ryan Connor says that in the second Planes movie, it shows a Lightning McQueen on a newspaper. Ah, so there is a connection, but only via a newspaper. Okay. So there's only a very slight connection alongside the similar animation. Okay. My favorite Michael Keaton's Batman moment, probably his entrance in the 1989 movie. That was just amazing, that entrance.
Although, to be fair, I'm not entirely certain if it's always union stuff, because I have noticed that there are 3 voice actors that have been in a lot of Canadian productions that have also appeared in American productions. Those are Trevor Duvall, Michael Donovan, and David Kay.
Oh, yeah.
Those 3 have appeared in a lot of Canadian productions, but they've also appeared in a lot of American productions as well.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure what the case is there.
Yeah. Alexander's back. So,
yes.
What happened in the General Alexander?
We were trying to find a software that fits me for a project, but we didn't find one because all of them need payment and stuff. And we found one, but it looks a little sketchy to me. And it asked me to sign in using Google and stuff, and I don't want to give them this information because it doesn't look really legit, too legit. It doesn't feel, I don't know if it's the most legit thing. So, yeah.
Okay. I think probably Doc Ock could probably win against General Grievous, maybe. He could probably, attempt to disarm his lightsabers from him, maybe.
Well, actually, speaking of General Grievous, originally they were actually going to try and get Gary Oldman to voice Grievous, but again, like I previously mentioned, it was actually due to union stuff that prevented Gary Oldman from taking on the role.
Okay. I wonder how
he was part of some union that wasn't involved with Star Wars, and that's why they weren't able to hire him.
I wonder how he'd have sounded as Grievous. Maybe probably like a robotic version of Lord Shen, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I guess that could have worked.
I mean, Patrick, you are familiar with Lord Shen, aren't you? Yeah, because Lord Shen's my favorite DreamWorks villain of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who would you say is your favorite villain from DreamWorks, Patrick?
Hard to say. I don't watch a ton of DreamWorks, in all honesty.
I mean, you have seen Shrek, haven't you? Because you mentioned you've seen Shrek, didn't you?
Yeah. In all honesty, I think my favorite would probably have to be King Ramesses from Prince of Egypt.
Yeah. I know that Daniel here might probably agree with you because he, I think he said it's his favorite DreamWorks movie, if I remember correctly.
It's a fantastic movie, and do you know who voices Ramesses in the movie?
Is it Ralph Fiennes?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I do plan to check it out because I do have it downloaded, guys. So yeah, Daniel, if you're listening, I'm going to check out Prince of Egypt soon.
Wait, did you say Ray Fiennes?
What? I say Ralph because it's spelled like Ralph.
All right, I understand where you're coming from. It's just that in interviews, everyone calls him Ray Fiennes, so therefore I always call him Ray Fiennes.
Well, I just call it based on how it's spelled.
Basically, the only religious movie I can think of where pretty much even people who aren't religious praise the hell out of it.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, because I mean, I'm an atheist, so maybe I'll praise him a lot. Maybe, who knows?
Dude, I'm a bit of an atheist too, and even I'm praising the hell out of this movie. So
oh,
yes.
Wow. And Daniel, let me guess, is this character your favorite DreamWorks villain as well?
I don't have an answer for that question.
Okay. Alexander, would you say that Lord Shen's your favorite DreamWorks villain of all time?
Lord Chen might be.
Because I know you do also love Rumpelstiltskin from Shrek Forever, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Sharon, are you familiar with any DreamWorks animated movies?
Yeah, and all I can think of is I'm sorry, but I just love, and he's not a great villain, but I love the character of the German Shepherd in Up.
Oh yeah,
I remember him. It's the one with the malfunctioning
Alpha.
color that gives him that high-pitched voice.
Only that's a Pixar movie. That's a Pixar movie, not a DreamWorks movie.
Was it? Really?
Yeah. Up's a Pixar movie.
Huh.
Yeah, but that dog is still hilarious, though.
Oh yeah, Alpha. Yeah. Yeah. It's hard for me to say if I like the high pitch voice or the deep voice more. Hard to say. And when it comes to Prince of Egypt, I also do believe that Val Kilmer's in it as well. Val Kilmer.
Yes, Val Kilmer is the voice of both Moses and God in that movie.
That's interesting, and yeah. And I also see that Michelle Pfeiffer's in it, Sandra Bullock, Jeff Goldblum, Danny Glover, Sir Patrick Stewart, Helen Mirren, Steve Martin, and Martin Short. That's cool.
It has a pretty freaking good cast.
Yeah.
I think the DreamWorks movies do have lots of great casts, actually. You know, lots of great actors. Bad Dollar, don't give me orders about who I should ask on my channel. It's my channel, not yours.
Yeah, Prince of Egypt, I think, is a fantastic movie.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to check it out soon because I do have it downloaded to watch. But that's hard to say, Jesse Nangle. Would Michael Keaton's Batman or Christian Bale's Batman win in a fight between them? That's pretty hard to say, really. You know, because they're both good at fighting, those two Batmans, so yeah. So yeah, I will be watching Prince of Egypt pretty soon. Yeah, I think it's like one of those 2D animated movies, isn't it? Not 3D. So it will definitely be a very unique one. But I think a very underrated DreamWorks movie is probably Flushed Away. Right, take care, Connor. Hope you enjoy Lord of the Rings trilogy. You'll probably like it. Or maybe even love it, who knows, yeah. I mean, I love it. It's my favourite trilogy of all time. Yeah. So yeah, guys, I think Flushed Away is a very underrated DreamWorks movie. If you guys have ever seen Flushed Away.
Yes, I have.
I mean, Patrick, have you watched Flushed Away?
No, I haven't.
Are you familiar with the voice cast of that movie?
No, I can't
say.
Well,
I can say that the main character is voiced by Hugh Jackman.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Wolverine.
Yeah, and his love interest is also voiced by Kate Winslet. You may know from Titanic.
Yeah, I think Titanic's the only thing I know her for.
Yeah, I also know her for being in Divergent as well, but I did not like the first movie, and it killed my interest in continuing it. And also, as well, the villain of the movie, Patrick, is called the Toad, and he's voiced by Sir Ian McKellen.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and he gives a really amazing performance. And also, what's also really cool, guys, is he won an award for that performance. Ian McKellen won an award for playing the Toad.
All right.
Yeah, and he's also got two henchmen, Patrick, who are voiced by Bill Nighy. You know Davy Jones for Pirates of the Caribbean, and also Andy Serkis. They play his henchmen.
Okay, that's actually pretty dang cool.
Yeah, because you got two motion capture actors playing the henchmen, working for Gandalf or Magneto, basically.
Yeah, the henchman in the movie was hilarious.
Indeed, yeah. And Patrick, are you familiar with a French voice actor called Jean Reno?
No, I don't think I am.
Because he's in a movie as well, playing like another Toad called Le Frog. So yeah, You may know him from the first Mission Impossible movie as Franz Krieger.
I haven't watched those movies, so
I'd recommend them, but I don't like Mission Impossible 2, though. Most underrated Pixar movie. Most underrated Pixar movie. That's actually quite tough. Most underrated Pixar movie.
Ratatouille.
Well, I give it 9 out. I give it 9 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just checked out the cast for Flushed Away. There's actually some actors in there I also recognize.
Yeah.
For example, there's a guy named David, however the heck you pronounce his surname.
David Suchet.
And I know him because me and my mom have watched a lot of crime mystery shows.
Yeah, he plays Hercule Poirot. Yeah, he plays Hercule Poirot, yeah.
I know him for that role. I also know the lady who voices the grandma, apparently.
Yeah, Miriam
Margolyes. Also in another crime show that me and Mom saw.
Yeah, and she's also in Harry Potter as Professor Sprout as well, Miriam Margolyes.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, she was in that too.
And plus, she's actually really funny in real life, guys. Wait, what's Daniel posted?
Isn't she the one in James and the Giant Peach?
She is, yeah, she plays Aunt Sponge, I think it is. Sponge, yeah. Okay, really, Daniel, Swan Sabana Robin's a masterpiece? Are they having a laugh? But yeah, Daniel, you're right about the Lost Boys.
Words to explain the amount of frustration I have to those trolls.
Yeah, the Lost Boys, however, Daniel, is definitely his masterpiece. Probably his best work, actually, the Lost Boys.
Yes, just noticed
Kiefer Sutherland performance.
Yeah, and also Corey Feldman as well is in it. You know, from Magoonies, he's in it as well.
I also just noticed some of the voice actors
he was also in Stand By Me and the Gremlins, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he was in the first Gremlins movie, yeah, as Pete, he's called, yeah.
I also just noticed that some of the voice actors of the Penguins of Madagascar, who voiced them in the Madagascar movies, is also in the cast for Flushed Away as some of the background characters.
Yeah, I think these are like, you know, frequent collaborators at DreamWorks, aren't they? Because, you know, when it comes to directors, you have lots of collaborators, don't you?
Yeah. And there's also a guy in here who voiced a character named Barnacle. I think that's how you say the name. And his name is Jonathan, however you say his surname. And I know him because he's the voice of Hagrid in most of the Harry Potter games.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Harry Potter games.
And he's also voicing a background character in Flushed Away.
That's cool. Fantastic Four movies, you know, they don't seem to get much attention, do they? You know, the old 2000s movies, because you know, not many people seem to talk about them. And some people, you know, would say negative things, but I personally love those movies. I don't understand why they get hate, you know. Peter Cullen's Dormammu. If you have the effects with voice, it could probably work really well.
Yes, Peter Cullen also voiced Mysterio, didn't he? So
he did,
I think that can be like an interesting thing. Since he worked there, I think he might work here as well.
Yep,
There's actually another role that Peter Cullen played that I don't think a lot of people know about.
And what franchise, Patrick?
He did the sound, like the clicking sound for the Predator.
I knew that.
I
knew that.
I think that's really cool.
Yeah,
I think he also did the laugh for the Predator as well.
Yeah, he does voice Predator. Yeah, he does provide a voice for it.
I don't think he does the loud roar, though. I don't think that's Peter Cullen.
It's probably like a sound effect that edited maybe from like maybe an animal roar or something.
Yeah, I think so. But all the other sounds he makes, I think, are in fact completely just Peter Cullen. So I think it's really cool.
It's him, yeah. So speaking of collaborations, this is a question which is directed towards Daniel in particular. So Daniel, who would you say is your favorite collaborator with Martin Scorsese?
That's really tricky because on the one hand you have the one who started it all, Robert De Niro. At the same time, you also have Leonardo DiCaprio doing at least 5 of his motion pictures.
Yeah, because Robert De Niro was my favorite collaborator with Martin Scorsese. And yeah. Plus,
how many Scorsese, Robert De Niro movies have you seen?
I've seen Goodfellas.
Any other ones?
Not that I can remember, no, but I know that he's done 9 of them with him, including the one which was recent called The Irishman.
Of those 9 that he collaborated that isn't Goodfellas, I would recommend you check out Casino, The King of Comedy, Raging Bull, and especially Taxi Driver. Because without Taxi Driver, I don't think we would have ever gotten Joker.
Oh yeah, because Robert De Niro was of course in the Joker movie, weren't he?
No, it's not that. It's something else.
Yeah, and also what's this? The Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies definitely seem to be the most talked about pre-MCU. Well, they are great movies, so yeah, no wonder they're being talked about a lot.
I hear a lot of people over on the Twitter sphere saying that the Tobey Maguire films are not part of the MCU just because he appeared in No Way Home.
Pretty much, yeah.
As someone who isn't retired just yet, I think I can say the Tobey Maguire films aren't part of the MCU, but I can understand someone's argument saying they are part of the MCU. But I'm not willing to get into an argument about it.
He's in his own universe, isn't he, really? Tobey. So, yeah.
I have to admit, I'm not really the biggest fan of the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. I haven't entirely watched them, but I've seen a ton of clips and tons of reviews and basically know everything that happens in them. I have to admit, I'm not the biggest fan of Tobey Maguire's acting, but one part of those movies I will never criticize is J.K. Simmons' J. Jonah Jameson.
Oh, yeah. Like, he was just, perfectly cast in the role. He just nailed it.
Yeah, and he's freaking hilarious as well.
Yeah, he was, and yeah. And speaking of, the hilarity guys, stay tuned for my, New York vlog series because, there'll be some pretty funny jokes in there. Yeah, which were pretty fun to see, yeah. Yeah, because Daniel, in case you noticed, I was, of course, in New York on Tuesday.
So did you see a lot of filming locations?
No, just, well, I saw the Flatiron building where the Daily Bugle was.
Since I've only been to Boston, if I ever got the chance to go to New York, I think I would choose to go to where there is this one shot in Home Alone, and there's one shot in the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man that's the exact same location. It's a specific diner. I think it's somewhere in Brooklyn, probably, but it's shown one shot in both Spider-Man and Home Alone 2. So I would be interested in checking out that diner.
Yeah.
And also, Patrick, I have to admit something. I too am not the biggest Raimi Tobey Maguire Spider-Man fans, even though I will admit Tobey Maguire was absolutely fantastic in Brothers, as well as I'm blanking on it. Seabiscuit, the horse movie that he did in between Spider-Man 1 and 2. And if you want to see another Tobey Maguire performance that not a lot of people talk about it, I would go with, even though I'm not a huge fan of it, The Great Gatsby, as well as...
Oh yeah, I saw Great Gatsby recently.
You did? What'd you think about it?
I might check it out.
Yeah, I thought it was good, Great Gatsby.
Oh yeah, and one other thing about those movies I will never criticize either is the birth of Sandman scene in the third movie.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool scene actually. Very good CGI as well for a sand as well.
Oh yeah, Patrick, the movie that I was talking about is called Pleasantville. It's basically Tobey Maguire and Reese Witherspoon get transported into a TV that sends them into this 1950s sitcom. And this is pre-A-list Tobey Maguire and Reese Witherspoon.
All right.
Yeah, that was an entertaining film.
Yeah. You're surprised that I went to New York, Ryan? Well, trust me, guys, it's been hard to keep it secret from you all because I've been keeping it secret for quite a while. Actually, I've only told my close friends, but yeah. So yeah, guys, I did actually go to New York. Yeah, as a surprise. Yes.
Oh, you didn't tell me.
I didn't tell me either.
Yeah. Well, that's because
criticizing you for the record, I'm more or less just teasing.
Yeah, I know you are. Yeah. Yeah. If you're on a voice chat with me, I would have told you, but yeah, because everyone else here was on the voice chat after the stream, that's why I told them, yeah.
So I have a question for everybody who is in the Discord, and for the people in the live chat, you can answer this as well if you want to.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've kind of been on a bit of a Joel Schumacher kick. Now, I haven't seen Batman and Robin in years, so I can't give my definitive answer on it, but I have seen Batman Forever as well as a bunch of other Joel Schumacher movies, and I wanted to ask everyone, and you guys don't have to answer if you don't want to, but what would you guys say is your favorite Joel Schumacher movie? Because he's got a lot of really fantastic movies. It's just that people like honestly because of his take on Batman.
I don't really have a favorite from him because I haven't seen any of his movies yet, but I have heard a lot of good things about Falling Down and 8mm, so I don't really know.
My favorite would have to be The Lost Boys.
Anybody else?
Oh, I think the only movies I've seen is his 2 Batman films.
Sorry, guys.
Oh.
Hello. Hi.
I'm not sure if anyone else here has, seen his movies or not. They've probably seen the Batman movies, but yeah, we'll see.
Well, the only movies that I've seen from Joe Schumacher is only those 2 Batman movies, Batman Forever and Batman and Robin.
Oh, yeah.
I can definitely tell you, though, Joe Schumacher does have my respect. I mean, just the fact alone that he was willing to apologize to people who didn't like Batman and Robin for not making a movie, like that alone earned him my respect.
Yeah, same goes for me, yeah.
May he forever rest in peace.
Of course, yeah, because he unfortunately passed away, didn't he?
Yeah. Even though I don't like his Batman movies all that much, I still think he was a pretty good director when it came to most of his other stuff. What I've seen.
Yeah, I mean, I do like, my favorite would have to be The Lost Boys, and also as well, Falling Down was also pretty good as well with Michael Douglas.
I remember correctly, I think he started out as a set designer or something.
Come a long way, hasn't he?
It was just assumed that he would be here, so there's going to be plenty of food because we were factoring him in. Okay.
Yeah. Alexander, have you seen any movies by Joel Schumacher?
Well, the Batman films.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know about Darth, but Andrew Garth would improvise that line, yeah. Jesse, I don't like either of those movies, so yeah, in my opinion, they're both not good at all.
Yeah.
I have to admit,
not that well for me either.
I have to admit, I actually did like George Clooney as just Bruce Wayne, but as Batman, I feel like that's where it fell apart.
Yeah, you just sounded way too much like Buzz Lightyear compared to how Batman should sound.
Yeah, but I did like him as just normal Bruce Wayne, though. I do think he kind of worked there.
He still had a horrendous script anyway.
In my opinion, Batman Forever is certainly the most tolerable out of the 2.
Yeah, I prefer Val Kilmer. But of course, my favorite out of the 90s would always be Michael Keaton. But yeah.
So I actually have a story that I would like to share with you guys about the Joel Schumacher Batman movies. Because it would appear that after the release of Batman Returns, a lot of marketing, for example, McDonald's got really pissed off at Warner Bros. For doing that because they couldn't market toys towards people because of how dark Batman Returns is. So even though Batman Returns is a great movie, a lot of properties couldn't market toys to them because of how dark it was. And so what Warner Bros. Has to do is, you know what? We're going to dial back on the heaviness and go lighthearted. So they went Batman Forever, except Val Kilmer and Joel Schumacher had a big falling out. So then George Clooney and Joel Schumacher apparently got along. And then it would appear as if both Joel Schumacher and Warner Brothers made the movie that they wanted to make without any studio interference at all. Unfortunately, no one except the marketing, especially for McDonald's, who wants to sell toys to people, wanted Batman and Robin to get made at all. So you can blame Batman and Robin partially for McDonald's and how stupid they were.
Yeah.
I will admit, I actually already knew about that stuff, but I don't really hate McDonald's entirely for it. I do hate that they kind of ruined the movie for it, but I still love. Actually, I got dinner at McDonald's not too long ago today.
I didn't New York
do
on
understand that
Thursday.
it wasn't entirely Schumacher's fault that the movies were so lighthearted. I already know that. Yeah, he did want to make Batman Forever kind of darker than it ended up being, but they wanted a more lighthearted movie. So
Patrick, Sharon said she's got to go.
Yep.
All right.
Good talking to all y'all.
Yeah, take care, Sharon.
Sharon, join us more, please. Have a good day. Bye.
Yeah, take care, Sharon.
Bye.
Take care.
Shannon.
Bye. I'll see you later.
He's gone. So yeah, considering that Eddie killed Harry in his reality and Harry killed Gwen in his own, how would I react if Topher, Grace, and Dane DeHaan faced each other in No Way Home? I've already answered that question about Eddie Brock and Harry Osborn being in No Way Home already. I told you I wouldn't like that at all because I don't like those versions of characters. Goodness me.
To answer Jesse's question in the chat, I do not think, even for a second, that Batman and Robin is the worst DC movie ever. Not even close.
There's some which I do think are also pretty bad, like Justice League, I do hate, and also Superman 4, and also
about the 2004 Catwoman movie.
Well, I've not watched it, and I don't plan to watch because I heard it had bad reviews.
I heard it had hot garbage reviews.
Yeah, like I heard it was critically panned upon release.
Another movie you should avoid is Jonah Hex, as well as the Steel movie starring Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, isn't there Josh Brolin in Jonah Hex?
Yeah, he and Megan Fox and Will Arnett and Michael Fox got wrapped up in Jonah Hex.
Oh wow! Speaking of Will Arnett, I'm planning to watch some anime movies he was in called The Nut Job.
Wasn't that the one where he was a squirrel and is at a carnival?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard great things about those movies.
For it. I don't think I ever saw the movies.
Wait, Pat, did you say you've not heard good things about those movies?
Yep.
Oh, you don't like them? Based on what you've heard?
I didn't say I disliked them. I just said I haven't heard great things about them.
So, like, are you, like, concerned about it?
Not really. The worst you'll probably get out of it is just a boring experience, if I'm guessing.
Okay. I mean, I know that Liam Neeson's in the first movie, so that might be one thing, because I do like Liam Neeson as an actor.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Yeah. So, Daniel, have you got a personal favourite role of Liam Neeson?
Darkman, the Sam Raimi movie, I just recently rewatched because I'm prepping to do a Sam Raimi ranking on Letterboxd when Doctor Strange 2 comes out. So Darkman is a really good Liam Neeson performance.
Oh, nice.
I think on both an objective level and subjective level, even hardcore Star Wars fans have to admit that his role in Schindler's List was miles better than Qui-Gon Jinn.
Schindler's List?
Yes, directed by Steven Spielberg.
Oh, yeah, that... Yeah, is that... Yeah, I heard it. Wasn't Christopher Lee in that movie? Christopher Lee?
No, I think Ray Fiennes.
Or Ralph Fiennes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My favorite role of Liam Neeson is probably going to have to be a tie between Qui-Gon Jinn and the good cop, bad cop from the Lego movie.
Oh, yeah. He's so funny.
It would have to be a tie between those two roles for me when it comes to my favorite role of Liam Neeson. My
top 3 favorite roles of Liam would have to be Qui-Gon, Ra's al Ghul, and Brian from the Taken trilogy.
Brian Mills from the Taken trilogy has a particular set of skills. And I'm pretty sure Brian Mills from the Taken movies would have never allowed Superman 4: The Quest for Peace to ever get made.
Yeah. I mean, the worst thing about a movie, that's tough because, in my opinion, it's such a bad movie, Superman 4. Like, the special effects are horrendous, sorts of visuals, and a very horrible, boring villain. Like, it's hard to say what the worst thing about it is.
How would you feel if Superman 4 was given a bigger budget to...
He could probably fix it. There has been like some edits on YouTube, actually, of making the scenes better, which have actually improved it.
Cool.
Yeah. Liam Neeson's cameo in Ted 2 is so memorable. Oh, yeah. Wasn't really much a big fan of Ted 2, but that cameo was actually pretty funny. It's actually quite funny, guys, because I think he was playing Brian in that cameo, weren't he? You know, similar costume and similar hairstyle and similar attitude.
So I think I'm gonna be leaving now because I have some stuff I need to do.
No problem.
Yeah, no problem, Patrick. Yes, it was nice to have you here.
Take care.
Yeah.
Yeah, you take care,
I'll see-
Patrick. Yeah, see you,
Bye.
Patrick. Take care.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I know that myself and Daniel, we're not really big fans of Ted 2, are we, Daniel? Like, I think Ted 2, while it may be I thought it was good, but like an unnecessary sequel.
Yeah, speaking of me and Luke, I actually have something I would like to share with you guys that involves me and Luke.
Oh yeah, what's
Okay.
that?
So normally I don't remember my dreams all that well. I just go to sleep and then I wake up and start my day and whatnot. There's very rare occasions that I will remember my dream. Well, a couple nights ago, for whatever reason, I had a dream, and I uploaded this into the No Mic chat, that I was Jared Leto's character and Luke was Christian Bale's character in American Psycho during this one particular scene.
What?
That is a bit weird.
What?
I know it's weird, but then again, it was probably because I was on a lot of morphine because of my injury, so that's why it happened.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, American Psycho, you know, Christian Bale.
So if you haven't seen American Psycho,
I'm not
gonna talk about it too much, but let's just say Christian Bale kills Jared Leto's character with an axe.
Oh god.
So I've had the experience of what I've already just said, which I'm not going to get into. So you're welcome.
Yeah, nice one. Alright, take care about Darth. Nice to have you here. But yeah, it's pretty weird how, you know, the morphine you had, you know, to, you know, treat your injury, you know, made you have this dream. Goodness me.
It also kind of made me, because you know how morphine is supposed to suppress how bad you hurt when you ever get injured. It also kind of feels like the injury that I had, all the pain that was supposed to be there, it all just went away, and it went completely into the feeling of me potentially getting hit in the face with an axe.
Oh god. Goodness me. Let's see. Yeah, you're right, Ryan. Yeah, Superman 4 is definitely the worst DC. You think it's worst DC movie? Yeah, I can see why. I mean, I've not seen Catwoman, so I can't comment on that. But yeah, my favorite part of how Batman vs Superman should have ended. That's tough. If we're talking about, you know, the full thing and not those, you know, previews before it, probably the bit where Batman gets a spear and says, you know, because I'm Batman.
Are we talking about the Izzy?
Yeah, the high sheet for how Batman vs Superman should have ended.
I thought he was talking about how he wished Batman vs Superman would have actually ended in his mind.
Well, what I would have done is I'd have probably made the fight between Batman and Superman longer.
Well, I agree with that. I do think the fight should have been longer.
Yeah, because it makes the title quite misleading because it's called Batman vs Superman, yet the fight's only for a few minutes.
You have the Martha sequence, which some people love, some people find it cringe-inducing, and then you have me saying, I think you could have done another take out of Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill deserves better, doesn't he, when it comes to DC at the moment? He deserves better.
He does.
So
I kind of wish that they put some CGI Henry Cavill face in Peacemaker finale.
Yeah, because I heard that the Justice League do cameo in the Peacemaker show apparently. So yeah, why didn't they just, you know, CGI his face onto the Superman standing? You know, same with Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman.
Probably because I know Gal Gadot was probably either doing on the Nile or some other thing, so I can understand how she wasn't a part of the ending sequence. By the way, Death on the Nile is not worth your guys' time because it's just a
I disagree. I watched it and I really loved it.
Well, I'm not interested in it anyway, and I don't plan to watch it because Armie Hammer's in it.
Yeah, Armie Hammer is really distracting for me. At least I'm glad this is his last film role ever.
Oh really? So is he no longer acting ever again after this movie?
mean, unless he makes a big comeback or makes a big apology, I'm pretty sure he's blacklisted.
Yeah, Alexander, if you're not familiar with Armie Hammer, Alexander, he voices Jackson Storm in Cars 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's the same guy who played Jackson Storm in Cars 3.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just out of curiosity, Alexander, what's your opinion on Jackson Storm?
I don't remember who that is.
He's the villain from Cars 3, you know the black sports car.
I don't remember it. I didn't watch fully Cars 3, so I don't think I remember that character, unfortunately.
Well, I'm not surprised that you don't remember me because I think he's very forgettable.
Just out of curiosity, Jackson, what were your opinions on Death on the Nile?
Wait, who are you talking to?
I was talking to Jackson, Opal Restances.
He's called Alexander.
Sorry, Alexander, my bad. Alexander, what were your thoughts on Death on the Nile, and why would you say that you liked it?
Well, I really like the murder mystery genre. In fact, it's one of my favorite genres. So I really like a lot of mystery movies. Obviously, and Murder on the Orient Express, the first one, I loved it as well. And when I came into this one, I really liked the setup. I really liked how they were dropping small hints. I really liked the plot twist, how it's unveiled. I liked the location. I liked the structure of the plot. I enjoyed the characters, the way they're portrayed. There's certain unique features about them. I enjoyed the final revelation at the end, how it's all shot, how it's put together to show us this reveal, how it all ultimately makes sense, and how it's kind of unexpected. How the character building, I think there was a lot of development of the characters, and in general, I think, especially as a fan of Egypt, I think they portrayed the country in a very good way. I think very fitting. I think they used great advantage of the setting, the boat. I think so. I think it was pretty great for me. I personally enjoyed it, and most of the cast.
Okay.
Yeah, Kenneth Branagh is a really good director. Since he's been directing for the past 30 years, he has done a lot of really top tier level. It's just that for me personally, I don't really understand why Gal Gadot sounded like Scarlett Johansson for the entirety of the movie, and also I couldn't watch certain sequences that had Armie Hammer in it. I just had to look away.
I can understand how you feel about Armie Hammer. That's exactly what I do because Daniel, I do plan to watch The Social Network to see Andrew Garfield in it, but I will turn away when Armie Hammer appears in it, as those twins he plays.
Be prepared to watch how I'm blanking on his name. Be prepared for when Justin Timberlake comes into play because he is a scene stealer.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I heard he was also in was he in some animated movies about was it Trolls or something like that or Cruise? I think it is.
He was in Trolls.
Trolls, yeah, Trolls. Yeah, I'll probably check him out in those. Hello,
Jesse Eisenberg as Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, Jesse Eisenberg plays him. Yeah, Jesse Eisenberg.
I recently saw him in the Trolls movies, actually.
Oh, nice. And is he good in that role, Raymond?
He gives good performance, but I don't like the movies.
Okay. Jesse is saying... go on, Alexander.
I'm going to be walking away for a while. I'll be coming back in like 10 minutes. But if anyone wants to add anything on before I go, if there's anything... No one? Everything, yeah?
Yeah, I think, yeah, we're good. Yeah, you can come back if you want to, Alexander. You're welcome to come back.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, wonderful. If no one has anything else to add for now, then I'm going to be going, but I'll be back. Okay, bye.
All right. Okay, so Jesse's asking, do I think The Last Jedi is one of the best examples of a high-achieve visual which is better than a movie? Of course. Undoubtedly better than a movie. Yeah. I like how Jesse's profile picture is Alita, guys. I like how Jesse Nangle's profile picture is of Alita from Alita Battle Angel.
Oh yeah, that's the profile picture. That's nice.
Yeah, because I think Alita's a very underrated movie.
I actually I don't know if you guys can see it, but Jesse had a message and he retracted it for some reason, saying that he wished Ben Affleck had a better career.
Yeah, why did he retract it?
I don't know why he retracted it, but I need to clarify that comment legally. Ben Affleck has not had a bad career at all.
It's been in great films.
Yeah, he's directed, acted, written a bunch of great things. It's just that right around 7 years ago, he was having a lot of personal troubles with his personal life,
Ouch.
and then it just all went way downhill. So I don't think you can say at all that Ben Affleck needs a better career, since he's had a fantastic career, winning Oscars and appearing in a bunch of other movies. It's just that his personal life kind of interfered when he was Batman, and that's why he's stepping away from it forever.
Yeah, I know you've made your peace with him as Batman, haven't you?
Yeah, I made my peace. He's not coming back at all, so I'm totally fine with it.
Yeah. And speaking of Alita, Daniel, do you like the song for the movie by Dua Lipa called Swan Song?
I mean, I'm not a big Dua Lipa fan, but I think she is very sexually attractive, so yeah, I'll say yes. Yeah,
because I do love that song, guys, called Swan Song that she sings for a movie. I mean, the music video is also really good too.
Yeah,
I mean, the Monday, did you get a chance to watch Alita?
No, I've been really busy this weekend, this whole week actually, watching. I could have done something else, but I spent my whole week watching all those DreamWorks movies that I have not seen yet.
Well, when you want to watch it, I mean, Blair sent it for you, so it's ready for you to watch.
I can also confirm that I've officially watched every single DreamWorks movie.
Nice one.
There's all 39 DreamWorks movies ranked.
It's actually 41.
41. And you've seen all of them. Wow, that's a pretty cool marathon. Jesse's
mission.
Well done, mission accomplished. Okay, Jesse's asking, is Last Jedi a 0 out of 10? I give it 2 out of 10, mainly because of the visuals and John Williams' music. And also, the actor of our cast is still good. Even though I don't really like the characters in the movie, I still think the acting is very good by the actors.
Yeah, I think Mark Hamill's best performance in live-action movies is in Last Jedi. It's just that the writing was like 2 out of 10.
Yeah, but the writing was trash, but he gave a great performance despite, his character being ruined and just butchered in Last Jedi. But yeah, he still gave a great acting performance as Luke. Yeah.
Also, Ryan, I need to even though I do like you really would have wanted to see Batfleck the movie, at the same time, Ben Affleck gave an interview saying that he would have been very unhappy if it actually happened because of what was going on in his life. So if he was not going to be happy making this movie, then I just don't see no point in it actually getting made.
Now you guys probably wondering, where Lily is. Well, the thing is, because I've been in New York, she's had to go to like, a cat place where she can be staying while I've been away. She'll be coming back tomorrow, but yeah, if you want to see a picture of her, then I've got this one here, guys. You see it, guys? Lily.
Yeah, I see the picture.
The mum, do you see it?
Oh, I realized that I'm not even watching the stream. Oops.
Then you best get on it, hadn't you, so you can see Lily.
Oh, she's so cute.
Yeah, she'll be here tomorrow, yeah.
Just out of curiosity, in your free time, or if you're in a bit of a bummer mood, do you guys rewatch any trailers just to give you a bit of positivity?
I tend to rewatch Infinity War's second trailer a lot.
No, I'm probably the only one who does this, but ever since I got my hand injury, for the past week I've been rewatching the Lightyear trailer on loop because, I don't know, maybe it's because the way the Lightyear trailer is constructed, it gets me pumped up and brings me a bit of a positive light. So it's basically my movie trailer rewatch, even though I'm not that excited.
I heard that apparently they included David Bowie's song, one of David Bowie's songs in it called Starman.
Yeah, that's right. And also, I think you hear Taika Waititi and Keke Palmer, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think Starman's a timeless song. Starman, it's just timeless.
Yes, timeless.
Yeah.
And again, I'll only see it if either it makes a splash or I hear from my younger brother Noah that it's really damn good.
Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I've never seen that before.
It's a Tim Burton trash.
Oh, you didn't like it? Okay. Wasn't Terrence Stamp in it?
I think he was, but if he was probably the Hollow Man.
Okay. Oh yeah, Darth Panther High Shield Rise of Skywalker was definitely a better movie as well. The Steve Weaver part as well, because he said his actual friends, not the people who were in the room with him, who were his friends. Yeah, restore the Snyderverse. But yeah, because of Warner Bros., we don't know what's going to happen or not, do we, guys?
No. At least I think Ray Fisher is done. He's burned his bridges with Warner Brothers, but I don't think he's burned his bridges with Netflix. That's why he's going to be in Zack Snyder's new Netflix movie.
Oh yeah, because I know that he does want to work with Zack Snyder, doesn't he?
Yeah, because Zack Snyder was a true good friend to Ray Fisher.
Yeah. I think that explains why Ray Fisher did some additional shooting for a Snyder cut as well for the apocalypse scene at the end.
Yeah, I think he actually did do something like that.
Yeah, because I believe they got several actors from the movie to appear in the new footage. Yeah. Samuel Jackson's in it, is he? Really? That's pretty cool. Didn't know he was in Miss Peregrine's Home.
Yeah, Sam Jackson is in Miss Peregrine's Home, but I think he was only there. I think what probably happened is the studio executives asked him what days he was available, and was like, "Okay, you get me for 10 minutes to shoot my scenes, and then I'm done." That's what his character feels like to me.
So is he just like a short role?
Yeah, very short role.
Yeah, he's even the main villain as well.
Oh wow.
It's also kind of interesting to see how the main lead actor, he's blue eyes with black hair. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. He was almost the MCU Spider-Man.
Oh wow. And I also noticed that Samuel Jackson was in a movie when I watched one of Watch Mojo's compilations called Top 20 Worst CGIs in Movies.
Yeah, that movie has a lot of really spotty CG.
And I saw that his character in a movie called Deep Blue Sea, Dying, appeared as an example of bad CGI.
Yeah, Deep Blue Sea is a good movie. It's certainly the second greatest shark movie of all time, just right below Jaws. But at the same time, there are some sequences that are fully CG renovated that look really bad, especially in this character. I mean, the sequence is great, but the CG effects used on it, I don't think so.
I also noticed in the video of Top 20 Worst CGIs, they also included the CGI for the water in Die Another Day.
Oh,
for the surfing scene.
Yeah, the sky surfing scene.
Yeah, like it looked pretty bad for a James Bond movie. Goodness me.
It looks like something that came out of Austin Powers, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, what on earth was that? Like, for a James Bond movie, I expected better. Like, can you believe it? It's hard to believe it was, Pierce Brosnan's last Bond movie, weren't it? Die Another Day.
Die Another Day. Oh.
Yeah, because when we're talking about the surfing scene, you can tell it's CGI, can't you?
Oh, yeah, I can tell that it's CGI.
Yeah. Donnie, I'd rather have healing powers. Oh, hey, Nathaniel, how you doing? Welcome to, I think it's your first time on the stream, isn't it? Yeah, welcome.
What do you think is more distracting? The Madonna song at the beginning when he's tortured, or the surfing sequence?
Well, I've not watched a movie. I just saw that clip, and it's making me not want to watch it. So you can ask for Mon because he's seen all the James Bond movies.
Yep.
So, which one would you say is more distracting, the Madonna scene or the surfing scene?
The surfing scene.
Okay. I mean, it does look like it has bad CGI, but yeah. And speaking of Samuel Jackson, Daniel, he was in a movie called Snakes on a Plane.
Yeah, I think my parents took me when I was 4 years old to go see a midnight screening of Snakes on a Plane in 2006.
Yeah. I assume you're aware of the famous meme regarding Samuel Jackson's quote.
I've heard it with these motherfucking snakes on these motherfucking planes.
Enough is enough.
I've heard it with this.
And then they parodied it in the How Avengers should have ended.
Also, Jurassic Park as well.
Oh, really? That's pretty cool. I should definitely check out the High Shield Jurassic Park one day.
They did do that.
Yeah. Yeah, yes, it's nice when you send me text on Twitter, Nathaniel. Yeah, you ask some pretty good questions. Yeah. And you can ask questions on my stream, of course, as well, to me and the people right here as well. Go ahead. Like Samuel Jackson, guys, is probably like an example of an actor who has never played a role with bad acting at all. I just think he's such a good actor.
And he's never found his
Indeed.
Yeah, he's never failed at all. I mean, there may be some like characters who I don't like who he plays, but I still love the actor. Because I heard
he's got a new TV show for Apple TV coming in a couple of months. I might have to check that out.
Yeah, and I do also love Samuel Jackson's work with Tarantino as well. Yeah. I mean, so Daniel, who would you say is your favorite collaborator with Quentin Tarantino?
Let's see. Of all of the collaborators, I mean, Sam Jackson's collaborated with him probably the most times.
He has, yeah. He has.
I think I'm gonna have to go with Uma Thurman.
Oh yeah, the bride from Kill Bill.
Yeah, she was also in Pulp Fiction.
She was, yeah, as Mia Wallace. I think she's called Mia Wallace.
Speaking of Mia Wallace, the sequence where she ODs on cocaine, apparently it's in the new Zendaya show Euphoria. There's a sequence that's very similar to ODing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I haven't seen Euphoria. I know a lot of people that I know over.
Oh yeah, the Zendaya show.
Whatnot. Yeah,
I've not seen it either. I've not seen it either. But I heard it was good though.
Yeah, I hear it's good too, but I just don't have any interest.
I've not had time to watch it. Yeah, Darth the voice for Nick Fury in High, she's called Adrian Neely. He does a spot impression of Samuel Jackson. You should go check out, more of him, because he does it in the other High as well, like for Mace Windu, for example. And I think for Ray Arnold in Jurassic Park as well. My favourite Samuel Jackson character is Mace Windu. I've not got a least favourite because I love all his characters he plays. Because like I said, guys, I don't think he plays any role with bad acting at all.
You know his favorite movie performance of all time from Samuel Jackson?
Is it one of those Tarantino movies? Is it
No.
Oh, is it not? Okay.
His favorite character is his private detective from The Long Kiss Goodnight, directed by Rennie Harlan, where it's him and Gina Davis.
Oh yeah, Gina Davis. I know from Stuart Little.
Yeah, so The Long Kiss Goodnight is basically the Bourne Identity before the Bourne Identity was a major hit. It's basically an amnesia action movie where Gina Davis is a total badass and Samuel L. Jackson is a private detective. He claimed on the Jimmy Fallon show that was his favorite movie character of all time.
Wow, that's cool.
And it's also my favorite Rennie Harlan movie.
Oh, nice. So when it comes to Star Wars actors, Daniel, what would you say is your favorite role of Harrison Ford?
That's a really tricky question. I did recently watch 6 Days, 7 Nights, or vice versa. I can't remember what it was, but it's this movie he did in the late 90s, early 2000s, and I watched on Hulu. I thought it was a good dramatic performance. And his, what's it called? Air Force One. I thought he was good as the president. I will say that I think I'm going to have to go with Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom.
Oh, nice choice, yeah. My top 3 roles of his, first place will be Han Solo from Star Wars. My second favourite is Indiana Jones. And my third favourite would be Rick Deckard from Blade Runner. Rick Deckard.
Out of all of the Indiana Jones movies, my favorite Indiana Jones performance from Harrison Ford would be The Temple of Doom.
Oh, really? That's pretty cool. I mean, he plays a role well in all 4 movies, so yeah.
Yeah, he does. I just think the best performance that I've seen from him was The Temple of Doom. In particular, the thing that really solidified it was the sacrifice sequence.
Absolutely, yeah. Great acting by him. And I like how he was also dedicated to the role because he did lots of working out for it, lots of exercise.
Yeah, and apparently he was more shredded in Temple of Doom than he was Lost Ark.
Yeah, he was, because he knew he was going to be shirtless most of the movie, for the sacrifice scene. So yeah.
And I think he looked exactly like he did in Last Crusade. I think Raiders and Last Crusade he had the same physique, but he was much bigger in Temple of Doom, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, and he was older as well because I think he turned 40 as it's in 1982. So he would have been 47 in The Last Crusade, guys. And he looked so good for his age in The Last Crusade, despite being 47 when it came out.
Yeah, so
Like,
Star Wars was when he was in his mid-30s to early 40s, and Indiana Jones was his entire time in his 40s.
Yeah, he was 41 when Return of the Jedi came out. So yeah.
So just out of curiosity, has anybody here seen 13 going on 30?
No, I've not seen that.
So as you guys know, I have a girlfriend, and she gave me the digital code for 13 going on 30, and it's basically a 13-year-old girl out of nowhere gets transported into her future 30-year-old body with the mind of a 13-year-old. And it's basically Jennifer Garner exploring modern-day New York in the year 2005 as she falls in love with Mark Ruffalo. And as a matter of fact, Andy Serkis plays a normal guy in 13 going on 30.
Oh, wow. So not a motion capture character.
Yeah, just a regular guy. And if I had to point out the best positive about the movie, I would say it's the fact that Jennifer Garner can very easily play a 30-year-old with a 13-year-old mind so perfectly, while at the same time in the early 2000s play the action spy hero from Alias and Daredevil. So I think she has a great acting range.
Jesse, I don't know who Bill Cipher is.
And if I had to point out any negatives for 13 going on 30, it would be, I mean, this isn't really a negative, but it's very noticeable. It's a cameo for a particular actress in the beginning of the movie. I'm not going to say who it is, because if I did, it's going to piss people off in the chat, especially you, Luke.
Oh, okay. Well, I see it's on Amazon Prime, so I probably will watch it one day. Oh God! Oh God! Daniel, I just looked up the cast. I know who you're talking about, but I'm not gonna say. Okay.
Thankfully, she's only in one scene.
Thank God for that. Do I think Mola Ram is the most evil Indiana Jones villain? Definitely. He's absolutely terrifying, Mola Ram. He's so scary.
It's nice to know Ryan loves 13 going on 30 as well.
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah. Right, Jesse. I've not watched. I don't want to watch Gravity Falls because I hate T.J. Miller. I don't want to see it because I can't stand T.J. Miller.
I remember when Gravity Falls came out, but I missed it, so I don't have any interest in watching it.
Yeah, I'm not even interested in it
Even if
either.
Miller wasn't a part of it, I wouldn't have any interest in it.
I've seen it.
I know worries, Nathaniel. Yeah. We'll stream for another 40 minutes anyway, so you got plenty of time. Yeah. So I probably will watch 13 going on 30. You know, so I can, because it's on Prime to watch. Absolutely. So I'll definitely give it a watch to see what I think of it.
Sorry, I almost said it. Mark Ruffalo. This is one of his earlier movies before he was Shutter Island in the Avengers. So you can nice to see younger Mark Ruffalo.
Okay. Jennifer Garner's one of your favorite actresses, Ryan. That's cool. My favorite role of hers is probably Elektra from the Dead 2003 movie, but I did also like her in her role in Juno as well.
Just out of curiosity, I just got a text from my girlfriend, and she wants to know it's basically just one question.
Go on.
Have any of you guys seen The Spectacular Now?
No, never. Don't even know what that is.
Never heard of it.
It's basically Miles Teller and MJ from Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man movies. It's basically them in a coming-of-age romantic comedy from, I think, 2012 or 2013. And I have not seen it, but she has seen it, and she would say that it's definitely worth watching once. And it's not Miles Teller's best performance, but it's certainly top 10, I would say. I don't think it's on Amazon Prime, but I could be wrong.
It's on Disney Plus. And
it's on Hulu, so that's good to know.
Yeah. I don't understand why Disney Plus has so many things on it which are not for children, you know, like, I know there's Family Guy's on it, which is definitely not for children.
Well, I think it's because you're watching the American. You're not on the American version. You're on the UK version of it.
Yeah, and Family Guy's on there. Yeah, and so is Walking Dead, because I can't watch it on live TV now, and also not only that, but the Die Hard movies are on there as well. The Die Hard movies.
Yeah, speaking of Disney Plus, I think over in Canada and certain parts of the world for Disney Plus, you will get Marvel Netflix, which means that I'm going to be using my Nordstrom account, which will make me think I look Canadian even though I'm not Canadian, and use the Disney Plus account to watch the Netflix shows for Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Elektra, etc.
Can't believe it being put onto Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Congratulations, Canadians. You get stuff that isn't available here in the US.
Yeah. But yeah, like, I don't understand why the Die Hard movies are on Disney Plus, because they're not for children, they're pretty violent. And there's also lots of strong language as well.
Can you see if whether or not they have a lock on them or something?
Maybe, I don't know.
Gotcha.
So, you know the famous catchphrase of John McClane, Daniel?
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker?
Yeah, that. Which movie would you say is your favourite time he says it? Like, what would you say is your favourite time he says the catchphrase?
Not in Expendables 2. I think I'm gonna have to go with Die Hard 3.
Oh, nice, yeah. I mean, I do like how he says it in the first movie. I do also like how he says it in Live Free or Die Hard as well. Only in the extended version of it.
It's called the unrated cut.
Unrated, yeah. Where they because I don't like how in the PG-13 version they censored, the swear word part, they muffled it. But I like how in the unrated cut they actually added it.
Yeah, I appreciated that Fox had the ability to do something like that.
Yeah. And it just made him such a badass character, John McClane. He's my favourite role of Bruce Willis.
Well, just out of curiosity, Luke,
Yeah.
would you say your favorite movie from 1999, the year you were born, was Phantom Menace?
It's The Matrix.
Matrix? Okay.
Yeah.
Would you say that potentially especially since The Matrix has had the unfortunate thing of having not 2, but 3 not so great sequels, would you say that your love for The Matrix has dwindled just a little bit?
Thing is, because I hated Resurrections, it's made me appreciate Reload and Revolutions more.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I have a movie recommendation for you for the year of 1999.
Go on, man.
And I don't think it's going to become your favorite movie of 1999, but it might become your second. And that is The Sixth Sense, starring Bruce Willis.
Might watch it.
Yeah, it's basically Bruce Willis going against type, where he plays a very dramatic, quiet side of himself that you don't normally see from Bruce Willis. And it's the movie where somehow it became a huge box office success and immediately shot M. Night into...
Yeah, I see that Haley Joel Osment's in it as well.
Yeah, and also Toni Collette.
That's pretty cool. I'll definitely probably watch it one day. Yeah, Jesse, they should just release these R-rated movies after 9 p.m. because I believe 9 p.m. is the watershed time. They should just release them after 9 p.m. Because all these like dubbings of these less harsh words, it just annoys me. Like, Oh, nice to see you here, Ozzy. Yeah, you want to join the after party? Cool. Look forward to seeing you. Blaze, I prefer Arkham Knight over Origins when it comes to the Arkham games. I mean, Daniel, did you ever play the Arkham games of Batman?
I've never played any of them because I don't have any interest.
They're pretty good game. They're pretty good games.
So when it comes to Batman video games, I, for some reason, always gravitated toward Spider-Man video games over Batman, probably because it gives me more to do other than just beat people up.
Okay. The Iron Giant. Oh yeah, that's my favorite voice role of Vin Diesel. But then again, another anime movie I do also love for 99 is probably Toy Story 2.
Yeah, and I'm blanking on it. It's directed by Brad Bird, if I'm not mistaken.
Toy Story 2?
No, Iron Giant.
Let me have a look. The Iron... It's cool how the Iron Giant appeared in Ready Player One as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
yes, I
He did
enjoyed-
direct it. Yeah, he did direct it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty good movie
I
as well.
don't think first words helped give the Deadpool movie its identity.
Oh, about Dart's back. About Dart, personally, I prefer how he sounds way voiced by, I think, probably by Jameson Price. Because I think Jameson Price is my favourite voice of New Silent for Mortal Kombat. When I think about it, although Sean Chiplock is also good as him as well in Mortal Kombat 11. But yeah, my favourite movie in 999, guys, is definitely The Matrix. Sorry. So Daniel, have you got a favourite movie released in 2019?
Favorite movie released in 2019 probably have to be Ford vs Ferrari because I'm a big James Mangold fan.
Oh, nice.
Let me see. Do I have anything coming up? Yeah, I do have a upcoming movie. So I'm, just casually making my way through movies I've never seen, and I have one coming up that I have not seen before that I'm not necessarily looking forward to, while also acknowledging that I don't hate this particular person the way that other people do.
What movie is that?
Hang on a second, Marinette's not. Okay, Marinette's back. So, nope. Hang on a second. Give me a moment so my internet stop acting up.
Internet can be a pain at time, can't it, guys? Yeah, I know that feeling.
Okay, the movie that I was planning on watching soon is something called The Gambler.
The Gambler.
At the same time, yeah, The Gambler. But at the same time, I don't know anything about this movie. I'm just looking at the cover and thinking to myself, I know people like to make fun of some of these particular people in the cast, but at the same time, I have an upcoming assignment for a film class that I'm working on, and it requires me to watch a movie like this, which means that I will be watching it, and I won't necessarily have a problem with the actors on screen while acknowledging that they have their haters.
Okay.
And The Gambler was released in 2014, if I'm not mistaken. It's rated
Okay.
on Amazon Prime.
All right. And Blaze. You'll be pleased to know, Blaze, but now that I've watched the Rocky movies, I'm going to be watching the Naked Gun sequels.
That's nice to know that you're watching that.
Yeah, because I thought the first one was really hilarious. Yeah, that's them, Blaze. Those two. Yeah, I'll be watching those two sequels. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, have you watched Naked Gun, Daniel?
I've seen bits and pieces of it. I don't think I've seen the entirety, but I've laughed at it because it's really good jokes.
Yeah, they're just so funny. If you want to see like a similar thing where it's like parodying like the genre of like detectives or whatever, there's like one which parodies James Bond, which is Johnny English starring Rowan Atkinson.
So just out of curiosity, you haven't seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the new one that came out last week, have you?
I've not seen any of those movies at all because I'm not really into horror.
It's on TikTok where someone decided to CGI a bunch of celebrity faces onto the last kill of the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and one of them actually made me chuckle a little bit because I know for a fact that people who don't like this actress will get a kick out of it because it's basically a decapitation of Leatherface cutting off someone's head, and it's a girl.
Really? Oh my god, that's pretty
someone
gruesome.
so someone CGI'd a female's face onto the actor for the final kill of the movie, and it basically shows the decapitation. And it actually made me chuckle a little bit because I know for a fact that some people will actually get enjoyment out of it. But as for me, I preferred the one where he was decapitating TJ Miller.
Oh yeah, TJ Miller. Must be satisfying. Yeah, I can't stand TJ Miller.
Me neither.
Yeah, I hate him.
Oh yeah, definitely about Dollar. The Star Sequel Trilogy Paul is the worst trilogy I've ever seen. I hated it all.
I will have to go with the 50 Shades of Grey trilogy.
I have not seen more because I have no interest in them. Because thing is, guys, I'm not really like a fan of romance movies.
Well, they're not just romance movies.
Really, because we look like from the posters.
Trust me, they're not romance movies in the slightest.
Okay.
Trust me on that.
Okay. Well, I'll take your word for it, but I'm still not really interested in them. Really, when I say that, I'm not really interested in romance, I'm not saying they're bad movies by any means, because they probably are good for fans of the romance genre. So yeah. Same with horror, because while I don't really like horror that much, I'm sure the movies will definitely appeal to horror fans, who may like them.
Yeah, I see. I am interested to see if whether or not Dakota Johnson will actually be a halfway decent Madam Web, because I was surprised by her casting.
Oh, does she play the main character?
Yeah, Madam Web, the Spider-Man character, was responsible for the multiverse of the Spider-Man. It was announced that Dakota Johnson was going to be playing Madam Web, except Madam Web in the comics is a very old lady, so either they're going to have to change the character or put a lot of prosthetics to make it look like you're Chris Evans at the very end of Avengers Endgame, where you're over 100 years old.
Yeah. And when it comes to 50 Shades of Grey, wasn't it Jamie Dornan who plays, the male protagonist?
I don't know who that is, so I can't answer that.
Yeah, in 50 Shades of Grey, yeah, right. It says that alongside Dakota Johnson, it also stars Jamie Dornan as Christian Grey.
English or is he Polish?
He plays a character called Christian Grey.
All right. Do you know whether or not the actor is English or Polish? Because his last name sounds Polish.
He's from Northern Ireland.
Oh, so he's Irish. Okay.
Yep. Okay, Blaze, he's going on his phone now. All right. Okay. So yeah, and I also saw it had 2 sequels, 50 Shades Dark and 50 Shades Freed, and they had bad reviews.
Oh, they had super bad reviews. And I think it would be wise if neither of you at all check out the book or listen to the audiobook of it.
Is that also bad as well?
It's much darker.
I mean, the only thing that I've liked about is probably the song Love Me Like You Do by Ellie Goulding, because I heard the song, I thought it was a good song, but I've not watched the movie that it's from.
I would say that Joker is in the category of drama because it's not a blockbuster. It's a drama about a guy going.
It's not a superhero movie by any means. It's a psychological thriller, according to Wikipedia, which it makes sense because it's not a superhero movie at all. It's very dark.
And surprisingly, Todd Phillips can actually do that really well, coming from a guy who used to do comedies.
Yep.
Just out of curiosity, Luke, have you seen any other piece of content starring Ed Helms?
The Hangover trilogy.
Other than the Hangover trilogy.
I think in small roles. I think in some things. Maybe.
That's pretty much what Ed Helms was, and then when he was in the Hangover trilogy, it somehow shot him to, for a little bit, and a bit of an A-lister on the same level as Bradley Cooper, but then it would appear as if that quietly died away.
I see that he's also in The Lorax by Illumination Studios, and also in Captain Underpants as well.
I have seen Captain Underpants. I haven't seen the other thing.
The Lorax.
I've seen Captain Underpants too.
Vanessa Marshall, very underrated voice actress. She's probably my favorite voice actress of Black Widow, actually. Vanessa Marshall.
I don't think she voiced Black Widow in What
If. That was Lake Bell who voiced her in What If.
Oh, speaking of Lake Bell, he directed an episode of Pam and Tommy recently.
Lake Bell?
Yeah, she is not only a voice actress, but also a director of television. She directed an episode of Pam and Tommy for Hulu, and she did not hold back on showing women's nudity.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay.
And I am a little disappointed that Seth Rogen and Nick Offerman aren't in it enough. But then again, this is Sebastian Stan and Lily James's show, not Seth Rogen's.
Yeah. I mean, that's why, when it comes to, like, spin-offs of characters, I don't really mind if it doesn't really focus on, the other characters who we've, met before, really. It's like with Blade Runner 2049, because I don't mind that Harrison Ford doesn't appear until, like, the last hour of the movie, because this is supposed to be Ryan Gosling's movie, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 100% Ryan Gosling's movie.
Definitely, and Rick Decker's just like a sporting character, isn't he, really?
Alright, so I have a question for everyone. With the current crisis going on in Ukraine and Russia, and the fact that we could potentially be facing a crisis, and also the fact that we have a new Batman movie releasing, do you think the Batman's going to make $1 billion, or at least around 800 million?
To say.
It depends on how well it does, really. Yeah, exactly, Jesse. Seth Rogen's your favourite comedian, Matt Dollar. Good choice. I mean, there's loads of roles I like Seth Rogen in, like live action and voice. So, like, live action is definitely his fictional self, and this is the end, and also his character is in Superbad and Pineapple Express as well.
There's one thing I can say about Seth Rogen is that I'm not really interested in his take on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Well, I'm not interested in Ninja Turtles at all at the moment, but yeah. And I also know that he's done voice work for DreamWorks, in several things, because he plays Mantis in the Companion Trilogy, and he also, as well, is in Monster vs. Aliens, which I do plan to watch soon.
Monster vs. Aliens is actually a lot funnier than I was remembered. So I saw it in the theater back in 2009, and I rewatched it recently. It has a little too much child humor for me, but also has a lot of adult humor that I was not expecting to crack up at. I will say, though, that I was disappointed that Paul Rudd was horribly miscast as the unlikable douchebag who gives Reese Witherspoon a reach around and just leaves her alone. That was the miscasting of Paul Rudd.
I agree.
Welcome back, Nathaniel. We're just talking, about we're talking about Seth Rogen now, actually. Yeah. So, I also believe that Seth Rogen was in the Green Hornet as well.
Yeah, remember when Seth Rogen lost a lot of weight to do that action comedy? Neither do I.
I've never seen it. It's got a pretty interesting cast for alongside him. You got Cameron Diaz, Tom Wilkinson, Christoph Waltz, David Harbour.
He also had John Cho.
Yeah, John J. Cho, yeah. And you've also got Ed, John Connor from Terminator 2's in it as well. Edward Furlong's in it. So yeah. Alexander's back with us.
Yes.
Welcome back, Alexander.
Since we were talking about it, what are your thoughts on the Green Hornet, the movie?
I don't know if you've seen it or not.
Okay.
Yeah. You haven't seen it, have you, Alexander?
I didn't know there was a question addressed to me. Could you repeat? I didn't realize someone was speaking.
Have you seen a movie called The Green Hornet?
No, I have not.
Okay.
Yeah, Seth Rogen was also in Sausage Party, but then again, I haven't seen it.
I've not seen it either, but I heard it was pretty vulgar, so I don't really plan to watch it.
Not only that, but it's also visually vulgar.
Oh,
cranked
God.
up to 11.
Oh, God. And when it comes to Seth Rogen as well, in other things, even though I didn't really like, I did not like the Lion King remake. I did like his voice working, but I guess.
Yeah, he was okay, Pumbaa. I actually preferred him over Billy Eichner for some reason. Like, I know a lot of people love Billy Eichner. I just, for some reason, prefer Seth Rogen in the Lion King.
For me personally, I much preferred Billy Eichner because first of all, I'm very attached to Pumbaa as a character. I really love him, and so my biggest thing with him is I love Ernie Sabella's voice for him. It's such a fitting voice. The designer as well, the original design for him really works, but especially that fantastic performance by Ernie, that very great voice, all of those, it's so cute, it's so friendly, and it's still kind of rough in its nature, but it doesn't feel intimidating or anything. It's very friendly, and I really like that aspect of him. And I don't think Seth Rogen, for me, was able to replicate it. So for me, he didn't work as Pumbaa. But Billy Eichner, I really personally enjoyed as Timon.
Good to know.
Yeah, and speaking of Seth Rogen, guys, I am also aware that he did a show that got lots of attention recently. Which was seen as overwhelmingly negative reviews, called Santa Inc. as well.
Yeah, I don't understand why Seth Rogen decided to do that. I think it was either a studio paid him a lot of money to do it, or I don't know. I don't know what he was thinking.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, and he would even attack the fans because they hated his show.
He was probably high on weed when he said those things.
Probably.
Jesse,
and I mean that as a joke and recently.
Right, Jesse, if I was to rate What If out of 10, because I hated pretty much everything about it apart from Chadwick Boseman's episode, probably something like maybe a 5 out of 10.
I think I would give it a 6 out of 10 because I'm being very generous right now.
That's me being generous, giving it a 5 out of 10 because, because apart from Chadwick, I was not interested in the rest of the show at all. I was only there to watch it for Chadwick, and that was it.
At least Chadwick's episode wasn't that bad. It was actually really decent.
Well, episode 2 was my favorite episode of the show.
Well, I mean, it wasn't mine, but it was my second favorite.
And what was your number 1 favorite, Daniel?
I think a lot of people's favorite and that's the Doctor Strange one.
Yeah, that was a good one, I guess. I think Benedict Cumberbatch was great as Doctor Strange in the episode.
Yeah, I think Doctor Strange is the only blockbuster Benedict Cumberbatch role that I can honestly buy him in. When he tries other things like Star Trek, I just don't buy him into the world of Star Trek.
Yeah. That's a really good choice, by Doll, how you cast Arnie as Blitzwing. It's a reference to his voice in Transformers Animated, isn't it? Because he has a German accent in Animated, doesn't he? Blitzwing. Rio, you know the answer to that. You know I've seen WALL-E. Why ask me it again? You know full well that I've seen WALL-E. It's one of my favorite Pixar movies of all time. Yeah, I love WALL-E very much. It's my third favorite Pixar movie of all time after Toy Story 3 and Up. I guessed it. Nice one. Yeah, it's pretty cool how in Animated Blitzwing can switch personalities, isn't it? It's pretty cool. But yeah, my favourite voice of Blitzwing is David Sobolov, though. But War Direct Rio from Blue Sky. It's one of my favourite Blue Sky movies. Not really perfect by any means, but maybe like 8.5 out of 10 or 9 out of 10, maybe. Didn't really like the sequel though.
Yeah, the sequel was just trash.
Just wasn't needed at all, and misleading as well. And they also wasted many characters. They wasted Nico and Pedro and Louise as well. And then finally, I'm probably going to go with probably Shrek out of those two. It's been a long time since I've watched Incredibles. I've not seen Arcane. I've already said I've not seen Arcane. But yeah. So Alexander.
Yes.
Have you yourself got a favorite anime by DreamWorks?
What ones have they made again? Kung Fu Panda,
Shrek, How to Train Your Dragon, Megamind. Madagascar movies and Penguins of Madagascar, Prince of Egypt,
Road to El Dorado,
Flushed Away.
Right,
Spirit, Sally and the
Okay, well,
Pacific
I
Like-
have to say Kung Fu Panda.
Which one of the three is your favourite?
Third.
Oh, nice. That's pretty cool. Yeah, not a lot of people say the third is a favourite. Yeah, that seems pretty unpopular, but it's cool that you're giving the third movie some love, Alexander. It deserves it.
It's interesting because initially I did not like it too much when I first watched it in the movie theater compared to the others, but then upon rewatches, I grew to enjoy it much more.
The thing about Kung Fu Panda 2 for me is that when I watched it first time, I had like a big deal of satisfaction watching it. So, like compared to other DreamWorks movies, so that's why it's my favorite DreamWorks movie to this day. It always will be.
Have any of you guys had the experience where you first watched a movie and you absolutely hated it, and then you rewatch it later on and it was a complete 180 where you actually liked it?
Yeah, there is actually.
Probably Spider-Man 3 for me, because I didn't really like it when I was a kid, but as I've got older and older, I've actually begin to like it a lot more now.
Anybody else?
The mum said he had one.
There is one movie that I didn't like as a kid, but actually grew up watching it, liking it when I got older, and that is actually Lion King 2: Simba's Pride.
Oh yeah, the sequel. Haven't seen that in ages.
Video or something? Wasn't Lion King 2 direct-to-video, or did it actually come to theater?
It was a direct-to-DVD sequel.
Oh, so it was direct-to-video. I have not seen it.
So it was also The Lion King 1.5, or as it is also called, The Lion King 3: Hakuna Matata.
That's good to know. It would appear as if someone in the chat saying that when they first saw Dark Phoenix, they hated it, and now apparently they now love it.
Well, I'll always hate it. My opinion on it will never change, but yeah. Okay, but there's a question from this same user towards Alexander, asking Alexander, what your favorite Blue Sky movie is, Alexander? Blue Sky. So they've done Ice Age and Rio movies, and also Spies in Disguise.
Okay, I know my answer, but it's actually a movie that it seems like I'm the king of unpopular opinions occasionally, because this is a very unpopular opinion. In this case, I don't think any people would agree with me, and I know the majority actually really despises this particular film. But if I'm correct about the fact that Blue Sky did it, I actually watched this. I didn't watch this one in a long time, actually, because I wasn't interested based on the trailers. But I watched this one recently, and it is my favorite out of the bunch. I personally really did enjoy Ice Age 5.
Really?
Oh,
wow.
really?
Wow.
That's saying something.
That's definitely very unpopular, because my favorite's the third one. Yeah. And I also as well like Robots by Blue Sky as well. Robots from 2005.
It's kind of weird that Robots put in a pregnancy joke in there.
Yeah, with building something. Yeah, calling it labor, as in building construction labor.
Yeah, and they actually have a sequence where they're pushing, quote unquote, pushing. Like, what were the people over at Fox thinking about at the time?
Yeah, it was weird. That was weird. But yeah, I think Robots is like an underrated gem that deserves more love, because I think it's a very good movie that deserves more attention. Yeah. And it also has a great voice cast. You've got Ewan McGregor as a main character, Ronnie Copperbottom, and also the late Robin Williams, rest in peace, as Fender. He's probably my favourite character in the movie, actually, Fender.
I think Ewan McGregor, if I remember correctly, I believe Ewan McGregor had the 1-2-3 punch in 2005 with Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, Michael Bay's The Island, and Robots, if I'm not mistaken, because I believe all three of them came out in 2005.
He had a busy schedule, didn't he? And speaking of Ewan McGregor, I did watch Black Hawk Down as well. Black Hawk Down.
You finally watched Black Hawk Down.
Yeah, very graphic and violent, weren't it? Goodness me.
I mean, it's not as graphic as some people say, because I've seen stuff that's even more graphic. This is just a really good story directed by Ridley Scott of a bunch of British people with American accents basically going off into war.
Oh, Alexander, Badola here says that the voice actor for Andrew Garfield in Spider-Man in Russia has passed away, apparently.
That happened a long time ago. Very long time ago. And like, that happened in 2020.
Oh, God. So, did they cast a new voice actor for him in No Way Home?
Yes, they did cast a new voice actor.
And
yes.
how is the new voice actor in comparison to the old one, in your opinion, Alexander?
Might be better, actually.
You saw it in the theatres. Me too, Nathaniel. It was a great experience. I thought you was one of the very few highlights of Birds of Prey, actually. Didn't really like the movie that much, but I thought it was one of the very few highlights of it, as Black Mask. One of the few best things about it.
It would appear as if Huntress from Birds of Prey and Ewan McGregor had a baby earlier of 2021.
Oh, really? Well, congratulations to them. Yeah, because I do believe you McGregor separated from his former wife called Eva Mavrakis, and yeah, with someone else now.
Yeah, I believe he also has 2 or 3 daughters, and he welcomed a baby boy last year.
Well, congratulations to him, yeah. He's with someone called Mary Elizabeth Winstead, yeah. That's who he's with now. Yeah, and she played the Huntress. You're right.
Speaking of Mary Elizabeth Winstead, I believe, going with something in the chat, I believe she was in the Thing prequel, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, God, the Thing prequel. I heard it was really bad.
Actually, I'm going to take a moment to defend it. I think the only criticism that is actually valid of it is the god-awful CGI. Taking the awful CGI out of it, the movie's pretty damn good. It's just that the CGI was so bad, you have to knock it down points. But CGI aside, the movie's still damn good. Like, story-wise, continuity-wise, it is an awesome prequel to the original Thing. It's just that, unfortunately, the CGI was awful.
Yeah, because I saw, like, clips of the Thing, and oh my God, the CGI just looks horrendous. It looks like a PS3 video game CGI, goodness me. Or PS2 CGI.
Yeah, so besides the obvious CGI, there are some contrivances in the story, but then again, it's a prequel. What were they expecting? So, aside from the garbage CGI, I would highly recommend you check out the Thing prequel because it's got answering questions that are actually worth noting and not, forced onto your face.
Alright, okay. Mary's performance as the Huntress, she was alright. I think she needed better development for the character. But yeah, she was okay as her in terms of performance-wise. Not a bad performance in my opinion, but she needed better development, to be honest. Yeah. Alright, take care, Ryan. Peace. Oh yeah, James Ryan was very good as Sideswipe, yeah. But I prefer Andrei Sokol, also from Revenge of the Fallen. But James Ryan was good, but yeah, he would never be Vader, no way. I prefer Christopher Lambert way more when it comes to live action Raidens for more combat. Just out of curiosity, Daniel, did you ever watch the Mortal Kombat 1995 movie?
I answered this question a few weeks ago. Yes, I did watch it.
Well, did you get a chance to watch its sequel?
And I also answered that same exact question, and I said yes.
Oh, well, yeah, because, I mean, my daughter here's probably wondering what you think of them.
Oh, I have not seen the voice chat, but that's good to know.
Well, he's probably thinking that. He's probably wondering what you think of it.
Yeah. It would be even worse if somehow they got a bunch of people that most people on the internet like to pick on and casted them in the lead roles. That would be, cringe-inducing to watch.
Well, because I really love the 1995 movie. It's my favourite Mortal Kombat live action movie. And, but I, however, really, really despise Annihilation. I consider it to be my second most movie I've ever seen after Fantastic, actually, guys, yeah. As I said in my ranking video. Alright, take care, Nathaniel. Nice to have you here. Yeah, sure, you can send me a message on Twitter.
How is it that for some reason I think Mortal Kombat Annihilation has better visuals than Fantastic?
Really? You think so? I mean, it's not just because of the visuals, but I hate it. It's also because of, the story and also the recasting of the characters and performances. Oh my God.
Yeah, they recasted everyone except 2 people from the original movie.
Yeah, that was Liu Kang and Kitana. And the actor who played Sub-Zero came out, but he played Reptile in the first movie, came back to play Sub-Zero.
Let me see if I'm getting this right. Yeah, both Mortal Kombat movies are 2 out of 6 video game movies from the 1990s.
Oh, wow. Yeah, the actor from
actually
Sony
based
Play
on a
was
video
from the new
game that
one.
stars Mark Hamill.
Oh yeah, really, that's pretty cool. Alexander, speaking of Disney, have you ever seen the movies called Tron?
No.
Oh really? I'd recommend them. They star Jeff Bridges.
Ah. Mm-hmm.
Wait, Darth Prime, who's $5? He's talking to back dollar. They should have just done a third Tron movie, guys. They shouldn't have done a sequel to start. They should have done Tron 3.
Only Tron 2 made $1 billion, and it would have cranked out
If
a bunch
only.
of sequels, but it flopped.
Yeah. I mean, Tron Legacy was actually pretty good, but I think the CGI for Jeff Bridges hasn't really held up very well, to be honest.
I think the CGI de-aging looks almost as bad as the Thing prequel.
Yeah, definitely. I've already said before, but I think he looks like a video game character put into a live-action movie. Yeah. And, I'll show you a photograph of him if you want to, Alexander, as well, after the stream. But, yeah. Anyway, guys, so that is 3 hours. So, yeah. So, guys, this will be doing Let's Chat episode 60. We'll make it to 60. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah. So, yeah, I'll chat to you next week, yeah? So, drill, guys. Be sure to give this video a like, and also be sure to let me know in the comments what you guys thought of tonight's stream if you watched it. Also, please be sure to subscribe to the special guest who joined. So I'll put links to the channel in the description below. Also, be sure to join Team Prime and subscribe for movies in the future. If you'd like to be a member, you can press join piece as all the description, and we will see you all later. Alright. See you guys. Bye bye. See ya.
Bye.
See ya.
Yeah.
See ya.